Wow.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Cryptic Heartland, episode 131. I am one of the hosts. I am Leo. And then the man in the plaid is Mr. Jason. And then we got Andy.
Hello.
And then the guy on the right needs no introduction.
I'm Dan the Man. How you doing?
I don't know why. Yeah, you didn't go, hello, whatever you always do.
Nope, I didn't do it.
God. Anyways, these guys are delirious. They were out last night, late night, investigating in Wamigo, Kansas at the Columbian Theater. We'll talk about some of their adventures they experienced last night. This is the second time they... Okay, I guess we won't. This is the second time they've been out there, and this time they just did the Columbian Theater only. So
yeah, and it was just a team.
Yeah.
So it was awesome.
It wasn't a public investigation like in the past. So get a little bit more intimate, and we'll see what they crossed or what they experienced last night, and then yeah, I don't know. That's what we'll start with, I guess. So you guys rolled in about 4 in the morning. You said 4:30.
Yeah, 4 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
Rolled into town.
Guys.
Yeah.
That sucks. But
it's better than taking off at 4 o'clock in the morning and making it like about 7 or 8.
Yeah, that is
We've
true.
done that.
That is
so
true.
yeah, we've done that.
We've done that from Tahlequah.
Yeah.
And got back
God,
about 9 next. Well, probably I don't know. Yeah, we got about 9:30. That's a long drive.
But it wasn't bad. We cut off at a good time. I think we're all winding down anyway. So
Yeah.
I think even the building was winding down at that time too. So.
Yeah. In case you missed it last night, Jason went live a couple of times on the pages, and he also I don't know. I took a couple of those clips off of there, and I put it together like in a short little video.
Cool.
We'll play here in just a little bit, and you kind of see what happens. And had some activity. I mean, from what I caught when I watched you guys on live, you guys were doing the I said the SLS camera was doing something, but then something about the depth of it couldn't pick up the long. Was it a long hallway?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
It wasn't that long.
Yeah.
About 12, 15 feet.
Oh,
and
really?
Usually that thing picks up much, much further.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with it. I'll have to figure that out. I don't know if it's a light situation, but we had the IR light set up, and so I'm not for sure what's going on. It was weird.
Yeah. So, because you could see you. It's funny when you were mapping you, because you see your walk on camera.
Yeah.
Like, there's Dan. But how'd that work last night? Did you guys get anything on SLS at all, or
not in the basement per se? Usually, or the last couple of times I had in the basement, but last night, as far as the SLS, we did not. Now, however, up in the dining room area or the art room, we did.
Really?
Yeah, we mapped out a couple individuals, one at a table, and he was sitting in a chair, and well, let's just say he was doing something inappropriately.
wait a minute, Roth wasn't there.
It wasn't Roth. I mean, it kind of looked like his actions, but yeah, this thing was just.
Roth.
Yeah, he was doing.
He started doing the inappropriate things after looked like a munchkin.
Really?
Standing next to him for a while.
So how close is it to the, speaking of Munchkins, next to the Oz Museum? Is it like right next door to it?
It's
2 doors down.
It's just a little bit down
Like
from
2
it.
doors.
It's like 2 down, yeah.
I was just curious because you mentioned the word Munchkin, and we know next door is the location.
Well, okay, so the Columbian Theater itself is like the prized position. I mean, of course, the Oz Museum, and that's what the whole town is like kind of embraced.
Right.
With the Totos everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what those are?
Yeah,
They
the
have
little
like
Totos
over 30
everywhere.
Totos.
Dan, I think, has tracked them all down.
Oh, but the one in the baseball field, which I will get next time we're there.
You still haven't found that one?
Well, I know where he's at. I just haven't got over his photo.
Gotcha. Well, then, so the Columbian Theater was basically put together by a guy who brought all the artifacts that he could bring back from the Chicago World Fair from 1893.
Yep.
93, yeah.
Yeah, and
It was J.C. Carson, wasn't it?
yeah, I believe so.
J.C. Rogers.
Rogers, I
Rogers,
just
yeah.
J.C. Sorry. Should have known Aaron Rogers.
But so inside is like a lot of artifacts, from the pillars to statues to mirrors to
The art.
a lot of artwork.
There was a door
Everything. So
in there.
yes, so you've got all this stuff that was present at the same time in the Chicago World's Fair that H.H. Holmes was murdering everybody in the
Right.
Chicago World's
Allegedly.
Fair. Allegedly,
Allegedly.
he was hung for it.
Only
so.
one.
Huh?
Only
Well,
one.
that's true.
It was his
That's
assistant.
true. But then they went
Yeah.
into the murder house and found
Well, somebody went in and burned it down too.
yeah, but they did go through
Yeah.
and find evidence
Yeah.
of chaos
Flesh
and murder
Right.
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
they
all
saw
the
the
skeletons.
vat of gas, the half whatever chamber of gas still.
Yeah, that and the down in the basement there's the tub of acid and stuff like that that he boiled the
But
bodies.
that was in Chicago, by the way.
Yeah.
People. Yep. So.
Yeah. So and then somebody did burn it down.
Yeah.
People remember hearing explosions out there, and they looked out and somebody had torched it.
Well, they saw two people go in
Yeah.
there. Two people entered,
then they ran
and
out.
Eventually ran out at
Yeah.
a high rate of speed. Next thing you know, that's when everything went up in flames.
Exactly.
So I don't know if.
And now
Why?
today, there's a post office sitting
They built the
exactly
post office.
where
Exactly,
it's at.
yeah.
So.
Yep.
But the
Good job
Columbian,
organized.
just having the idea that the Columbian is full of artifacts from that
Yep.
is amazing, because you think about the mirror.
Trying to pull it up.
It's a cool thought to think that maybe he himself and maybe even his victims had crossed paths with that mirror
Right.
at one time.
They could have looked into the mirror. Shoot, he could
Could have been the
there-
last thing they did before they went to the hotel.
Yeah.
And
Got
Died.
axed.
yeah.
Got vatted.
It's just crazy. It's just a weird, and you talk about, you were wanting to talk about, objects
Yeah.
and how it's, possibly
Haunted objects,
and stuff
holds
like that.
energies.
There it is.
Yeah, so therefore, why couldn't stuff like that is so close to such, horror?
Right.
And who's to say it was just H.H. Holmes that was doing bad things at the time, I mean,
True.
there could have been all
Others.
kinds of stuff going on in town.
Maybe there was other murders that
Exactly.
we don't know nothing about.
Yeah.
We've got to think about it. The Bloody Benders, they disappeared from Kansas like 15 years prior to that. So maybe they ended up in Chicago as well. Maybe they were helping him out. I don't know. Maybe that was the husband and wife, the Bloody Benders, that went in and burnt the house down. Like, dude, you took her, our
took our
idea.
mojo.
Yeah, you took our idea. Let's burn you down. You never
So,
know.
what's your thoughts on H.H.? Well, this is going way off topic.
That's all right. Keep going. We can talk
Well,
about it. All about him.
H.H. Holmes being Jack the Ripper.
Well,
American-
I don't think he is,
American
because
Jack
he
Ripper.
was kind of more of a coward.
Yeah.
Coward,
and
yes.
he wasn't a doctor. He wasn't like anybody who was like precise with cutting. He was just like, burning their bodies and
Right.
acid and collecting their body, selling their
skeletons.
skeletons
Yeah,
to,
selling
to medical
schools.
fields.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't think it is, but what's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, it's the right time period. When Jack the Ripper disappeared from the London in the areas, and I mean, almost instantaneous things started happening in Chicago. I mean, it could be, but it could not be as well.
Yeah.
Because again, he doesn't have the skill set.
Yeah.
He does have the physique and the
He didn't-
looks.
but he didn't have like what. It just wasn't the same MO, basically,
No.
at all.
Unless, I'm not saying it is. It could be, maybe he just got sloppy at that point and didn't want to be.
I don't know. He was pretty precise on how he did it. Like even his own employees there at the drugstore,
That's true.
he was making them all sign over their life
Properties.
insurance over to him. So
Yeah.
and then they was one by one would start disappearing, and he'd be like, I had to fire her. But
Yeah.
no, then he was collecting their money and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So he had a pretty good scheme for himself, and it wasn't like Jack the Ripper, who was just like, murdering prostitutes in the dark in the
exactly.
streets.
Right.
So I think that theory is kind of.
And a totally different MO. Because I mean,
Yeah.
over here in the U.S., he was just killing travelers and
It
people
was
that
just
were
wanting money.
gaining money for him.
It was just money.
Over there, he's Jack the Ripper was taking out on women of the night.
And he
Yeah.
wasn't collecting anything. He was
No.
just butchering them.
He's murdering them because he had a fetish of some type, or
Maybe
he
he
had
had
guilt
to-
or some type of. Yeah, his
Maybe
mother
he
must
had
have
to-
been
it was a woman who was doing it.
Well, that's also a
I know, that's one of the
conspiracy
theories.
theory as well. But yeah.
Maybe he had had enough at that point of like scribbing if he didn't have enough money and decided, okay, I want the life of luxury now.
Right.
Could
I
be.
don't know.
Yeah.
But the Columbian is full of artifacts. If you get to go to the Columbian Theater in Wamego, Kansas, it's the city of the Oz Museum, which is fantastic looking.
It is.
Just even on the outside, it's a
Yeah.
emerald green
It doesn't disappoint.
building. Yeah, it's so cool. The artifacts inside that they have there is great for the movie theater, or for the move from the movie. You know, I mean, not much of it is exactly from the movie, but everything is inspired from it. They do have some artifacts
Yeah.
from in props and stuff, but it's just the fact that they done so well in preserving the history of the Wizard of Oz and everything. So
Yeah.
They got a basket you can climb up into.
right, and they do events, once a year. They didn't do it 2020, of course, because we were supposed to do it with them.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully soon we're going to be going out there not just for one event, but we're going to be hosting with them several events coming up in support of the Columbian Theater. So I'm excited about that. Going to be working with Claudia and Tyler and Marla and
Yeah.
just doing some good work out there in Wamego, which is I'm pretty excited to do so.
Yeah, the town. I mean, they're welcoming to us, and they need our
I love
support.
it.
So yeah,
Well, and the thing is, and you remember last night when we were taking a walk,
yeah,
and Claudia was walking us around town and kind of giving us our own personal ghost tour of some of the sites and stuff and areas that are known to have some hauntings. Running into three people that were walking their dogs, and they have worked at the theater, and they all were like, "Oh yeah, okay,
yeah.
so you're the ghost team. Understood. I understand that."
And they
Very
told us
cool.
a little bit of maybe one experience.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, the basement. Yeah, that's definitely a place that you need to focus on, and it's usually pretty active.
It's usually hot. I mean, we did have some stuff down there last night, but again, we
Yeah.
didn't have a lot.
Had Jason Kupsik was there,
Yep.
along with his friend Eric, and he helped us out last night doing it. And Jason and I, we were pretty much like focusing in on the theater itself. There's so many weird noises coming up over on the theater, from the ceiling
Mm-hmm.
to something walking across the stage constantly to banging around on the back side of it and everything. We just could not figure out what in the world that was last night. So
Yeah, the stage was having quite a few.
Yeah. I think there was more
Events.
than one.
well,
Okay.
and all of your toys that you had out there
Yeah.
too. You know, it was
Oh, the REM pod started going crazy. The shadow detector on it, and
Yeah.
then we had the octopod, which our friend Alan he produces and makes those things. We had this thing sitting over here, stage right. I'll go stage right. It's what it is, and about 10 feet away from the REM pod, and we sit there and say, well, like say, Jason seen the shadow coming up the stairs, and of course
me or the other Jason.
you.
Me.
And that's when you see the shadow coming over. So you seen the shadow going by.
Oh,
that's
yes,
when
yes.
the REM pod hit off and the shadow detector went off.
Yeah.
Then it walked directly into the octopod, and of course apparently it likes that horrific sound. You remember that sound?
Oh
like
yeah.
From,
Yep.
Yeah, it's like it kept
Oh.
going around in circles.
Well,
Yeah.
then it stayed on one.
Yeah.
So Jason went over there to reset it,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see where it. Jason hit here, walking all the way around it, and it followed him.
I was
But that
actually
one
filming
I saw-
live at the time, and here I was trying to like figure out where the button was, and you're like, "It's on the side." And I'm like, "I don't see it."
It wasn't on the side.
It was on the bottom.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, Dana said she was watching that live last night, and our dog freaked out because of the volume
High
of
pitched
high
the
noise
pitch.
just constantly going.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I think
is-
it's super sensitive too.
Oh,
We tried
yes.
using it at a recent investigation, and we couldn't even get it in the room because it kept just going off consistently. It has a great range as far as
Yeah,
to
it's.
pick up. So
I'm guessing about 12 feet right now is what I'm
Really?
seeing. Yeah,
wow, I thought it
Last
was more than
night
that,
we
but
hit it.
yeah.
well, it might be more.
I mean, I don't know.
And it was the stage is basically completely dark,
Yeah.
so But yeah, it was catching it greatly.
This is just a couple pictures. This is the taken from below. The one on the left is looking up at the top of the theater, and then of course a window that says the Columbian on it. And then I'll put some more up here in 1 second of some things on the inside, what it looks like, just to get a decent idea. 1 second here. Let me get a couple more pictures up.
1895.
Yeah.
Man, the limestone work in that building is beautiful.
So a couple of things.
I love
Points of
that theater.
interest. Well, I'm having trouble here. Hang on 1 second. Should have done one at a time. Probably that's all right though. We'll make it work.
No, it's a amazing theater.
Ah, hell. Let me get this out of the way here 1 second. I'm fighting myself. So the first picture I'll put up here is maybe 1 second.
Take your time.
Let's do that. All right, here we go. First picture is just kind of an angled view of the. You can see the stage on the left. You can see the chairs and tables. That's used for a dinner theater when they do productions and plays and stuff like that. Some points of interest though. The pictures on the walls, those are from the World's Fair. They were six. There was 8 of them that were purchased by J.C. Rogers. And 6 of them are shown in the theater itself. There's 2 that they can't account for.
Right, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where they're at. I mean, they're somewhere, but
And
they're gigantic pictures, aren't they? They're big murals, basically, aren't
Yeah.
they?
there's more paintings that they didn't realize that were there when they were doing a renovation on the stage.
Uh-huh.
Underneath the stage, when they were like tearing up the floor, they found more paintings rolled up and stuffed in there.
Wow.
So they pulled those out, and they're trying to
Restore them.
restore them. Yes, I was going to say renovate, but yeah, restore them. But they're so fragile right now.
Oh, wow.
So they're stuck in a vault right now.
Okay.
Which the vault last night was kind of weird because Jason Kay and Eric, they went down there and see Jason was there in 2011.
A while back.
So he'd been there before us, and he had his own experiences.
Right.
Last night he went down there to kind of check out where the vault is now is where he was told was the crematory.
Oh yeah, I've heard you.
Because down there underneath the theater, they used to have a morgue and the crematory.
Right.
And Dan pointed out to me last night, and I should have took a picture, and I didn't. It's just a concrete. It's all
The hanging part from the ceiling.
Well, it's all concreted up and everything like that. But there's a section that you could see where they used to shove the caskets in.
Yeah. Are you guys talking about that on camera?
Yeah. Okay. Good. Cool.
Yeah.
So Jason went down there, and the vault was open.
Oh, really?
Yet nobody there unlocked it. Nobody there. Everybody, even Tyler's like, that should not have been open. Who would be doing that?
Really?
Because he had a key.
Yeah.
Claudia, I don't think had a key. She doesn't have a key.
Tyler said he didn't have a key.
Not to that room.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So there was. It was the room was unlocked. The vault was unlocked, and him and Eric were able to like open it up and look inside.
Wow.
To all these artifacts and everything. Then he like closed it and was like, I'm gonna go get a camera and place it right over here.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
But when he went back, it was locked.
Oh, real?
So he's like,
Yeah.
maybe it wasn't shut all the way, so he was able to open it, and then when he shut it, it locked. He's not sure, but
For sure.
there was some weird things. It was just weird.
The fact it was even open when it should have been.
Claudia said it was the ghost. Which, hey, maybe
Could
it
be.
is.
Hopefully.
Could be.
Yeah.
Because
Maybe
J.C.
they wanted
Rogers
him
trying to show
say
it off.
something.
Yeah, maybe it was just trying to show him something. Yeah.
Could be. I mean, it's been known to. Ghosts have been
he
known
was
to do that
there
in the past. Yeah.
10 years ago,
Yeah.
so why not?
Yeah. Which we need to get Jason back on the show. He said he'd come back sometime.
Yeah.
Maybe even in studio, he said, so we'll figure some time out once things get situated.
I had a good time with Jason last night.
He's a good
That was
dude,
lot of fun.
man. We've got Jason on this. Jason Coops that got to Kansas City. He was the one that was in charge of the KC Paracon we had on the show in studio with him and Larry Buchanan. It's been, I can't remember, September, maybe October, sometime around there. I don't even know when it was, of last year, in 2020. But anyways, we did the show, live show, and Jason's a great dude. not our Jason, that Jason. But I'm just kidding.
No, I agree.
No, Jason. Our Jason's good too, of course.
Jason K is a hell of a guy.
Yeah,
so.
Very knowledgeable. He's been around for just as long as we have been.
He said he's been diving into UFOs and paranormal since he was like age 7.
Wow. Yeah.
Reading books in the library and stuff like that.
That's cool. But Jason Kupsik also does the ectoplasm show that Jason and Roberts and I have been on a long time ago, a couple years now at this point, almost a year and a half.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yeah. And but him and Josh Hurd we've had on our show before. They did the show together. So, but yeah, he's a great dude, man. Like I said, and we'll get him on the show again soon enough in studio, hopefully again, and or even on just whenever. So, but I found the picture, Jason. I was trying to find out where you posted it at, but I found it finally. This is, Andy had taken a picture, and then Jason took a picture inside the mirror from AJ's home. Let's get that. We'll get those posted here real quick. Here, let me get those up.
I just thought I'd stare into the camera or to the mirror for a bit.
And then if you get a chance to go to well, I don't know how hard it would be, but Jason Roberts, your profile page for Everyday Legacy Paranormal Road Trip Paranormal, you went live and did a session on there with the mirror. Did you have any results of anything going on? I haven't watched that part yet myself. I watched the other show.
Okay, so I went live. It was later in the evening last night, so I got to talking with Jason, we were kind of following
talking
some
to
noises.
Yourself, I get it.
Well, I put the camera up to videotape live. Eric sitting in front of the camera, in front of the mirror with a strobe light as he's holding the Norman, the doll, and
I should put that
also in the and I've got a picture I can send you, and you can post it up here in a bit if you want. Of Norman.
I have it. You have just a picture by itself?
I
have a picture with Eric and him holding it. But go ahead, you can send it to me.
Yeah, hold on a second. Yeah, I'll send it to you because it's a good one.
Okay.
I went straight up to Norman's face with the strobe light still going on.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So he put Pee Wee Herman doll.
Oh, yeah.
Up in the mirror because if you look, there's like a ledge right there, and we also have an EMF pump right in front of the mirror too.
Gotcha.
But because you can see the little nameplate on the mirror right there in front of my legs right there. So even Jason K said that he thinks that during that time Pee Wee's legs move.
Oh. Wow.
Which is weird. And Jason even said that during a session, not this time, not last night, but the previous time that they did the strobe light with Norman, first time he's ever seen, and Eric was the one holding it, Norman, that his mouth started to open and start looking like he was talking. And Jason noticed that he had teeth in there. I guess he's never flipped it open and just noticed that he has teeth. Yeah,
that was with Eric that happened? I thought you said that happened with Larry, but maybe I misunderstood him.
Eric is...
Okay.
Yeah, because Eric kept getting mad at Norman for some reason.
Oh.
Because I guess while Norman is in the strobe light and stuff, it's almost like his face starts to get angry at you.
Oh, really?
And stuff like that.
During the strobe, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's like his personality comes to life.
Wow. Yeah.
It's creepy.
So this mirror, what's relevant about the mirror? Jason was talking about it just a little bit ago. This is the one from H.H. Holmes, right? Is that the one?
Yeah, 1893.
And then from the World Fair.
Okay, just sent you Norman.
What's that noise? I just heard it.
Yeah, I just sent you Norman.
That's fine. And then Jason took a picture of him. He's looking into the mirror.
I just wanted to go over there, and I stood there for a good 10 minutes just staring into the mirror. And just to see if, I was just trying to concentrate in one spot to see if anything would happen, kind of like what you were doing. It wasn't darkness, of course. I'm standing right next to the windows right there, and traffic and daylight. But that mirror there is from the World's Fair from 1893 in Chicago.
Right.
So,
oops, I didn't even change that quick. Oh, well. That puppet is Norman that Jason was talking about.
So I propped him up and put him there, and then Jason's like, "Oh yeah, go ahead and leave him right there." And then we went off and just left him there. But that's the doll.
Yep.
That's the doll. Now, we don't think he actually moved, but Pee-wee, which I did not get he's on live.
Yeah.
If you go to my public page,
Right.
which I can share that with you, and you can...
Yeah, I have a video here. I should have known. I didn't get a video on there. I would have grabbed
yeah, I forgot to share it to
I
your
can play
page.
it. I don't know. We can try it real quick. Let me see real quick.
It's kind of long. You don't have to play the whole thing.
Yeah, I'll just play a few bits and pieces of it. Hang on 1 second here. I gotta figure out how to do this.
'Cause it took me a while to, like, get a good spot and angle with the camera
Gotcha.
when I was going live, because I didn't want to be in the mirror, you know.
Right.
So I
I
placed...
wouldn't want to be near Norman.
Oh, it's just a doll. What's he going to do?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's not that
Yeah, so...
scary.
Hang on 1 second here.
it's Norman.
Come on, Ozzy.
I got your eyes.
It's pretty cool, though. It's pretty cool.
Oh,
Where did it go? Hang on.
Yeah, I wish, you know,
It's
spend a little more time up there with that.
Oh, I know why. I'm gonna play some little bit of it. This is what Jason's talking. Why isn't it playing? Come on.
Sorry, guys.
Hang on 1 second. It was loaded.
yeah. See, Renee agrees.
What?
That doll.
What about it? He's even dressed up in a tux. Leave him alone. He's fine.
You seen that movie
Oh, I know
Magic?
why.
He
Hang on.
dressed up just for Renee.
Okay, here we go. Let me put
Yes.
the audio from last night here real quick. Here, 1
Make
second.
sure I got some audio here.
I don't know if you can hear it or not.
I don't know if there's too much you cannot actually understand or anything, but
Oh yeah, you can.
can you?
Sound like a Jake break.
His eyebrows do look, Lana's eyebrows, his brow line looks like it's getting a little, like,
Can I go ahead and talk?
like he's focusing in.
What?
Can I go ahead and talk?
You can try it. It may not let you talk over it. You have something to say? I can pause it real quick. Mute it.
There's Pee Wee Herman in the corner. You see Pee Wee Herman in the corner?
Uh huh.
Yeah.
I think that's what scared the shit out of Tyler.
Okay, we're back here live.
So that was just a little bit of the experiment that Jason K wanted to do with Eric, because in the past it actually worked where I think it was just the previous time they did it
Mhm.
with the strobe light and Norman in his hands that
Right.
it appeared that Norman was actually coming to life,
Yeah,
and his mouth was opening and closing as if
he was talking. Yeah,
but last night, Jason really thought that Pee Wee Herman doll
On that
was
ledge.
over in the ledge,
Yeah.
and that his legs actually moved on their own.
he just said that right there. I didn't realize that was the moment he's talking about.
Oh, right there in the video.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
goes. He
Yeah.
talked about his leg. I will have to go back and watch it
Yeah.
again because
It's kind of hard. Sorry, I should have gotten a better angle and shot of it,
you're fine.
but
Experimentation, man. That's what
Yeah.
we're trying.
well, I didn't want to be in the mirror at the time,
Sure.
and I wanted to stay away.
Right, that's why you angled it. Yeah,
To
I
film
get
it, I should have went on the other side and just sat on the ground and like looked up into the mirror and
Yeah.
watched and filmed. But then Jason K went into the theater, and so I followed him, and
Yeah.
because he was like, we were just fascinated by all the sounds and the noises that were happening over
Sure.
there inside the theater.
Yeah.
So
Right. No, that's pretty cool though. No, I like the experimentations that Jason comes up with also too.
yeah,
We're always trying to come up with things ourselves, and using props such as dummies that
yeah,
can maybe move on their own, especially if they maybe are haunted. Because he's taken them in a couple different places. We got to see him do one of them, or he took one of them with us one place.
Yeah.
Here locally. So, yeah, we should have him when he comes down. He always has it with him, so we'll have him bring it in the studio possibly. He
That's
has
a little
Pee Wee.
strange.
He has Norman. He has another one too. He has about 3 or 4 dolls.
Does he?
Yeah, he broke them out
those
one
are
day.
those two are the ones that I know of.
Yeah, I think he has another one, like a smaller. Maybe it's a smaller Pee Wee Herman doll he had. 'Cause he goes to like thrift stores and stuff like that and finds random ones and just different
I have
things.
to try and find him some.
Yeah. So, but that's pretty cool. That's just a short clip of last night's when Jason Kupsik and that was Eric, his friend Eric Day, who was Jason Kupsik likes to use his buddies as guinea pigs. If it's not Larry, it's Eric. So
Yeah.
he puts them in
Terrible.
weird situations and sometimes with hoods so that you can't see what's going on, and or it's just in complete darkness other than a strobe light like that.
Yeah.
And just test their limits and see what comes up. You never know. We've done some experimentations like that with mirrors. It's called scrying and stuff like that, where you are looking into the mirror. I know Andy participated in one, and Jason's participated in it, and myself and Roth.
It was
You weren't
very
there that night,
strange.
but your mind starts to wander. I don't know if it's just from staring at a mirror so long, and you're asking questions and whatnot, and seeing things possibly.
It almost makes you wonder, if your mind's playing tricks on you, if you're really seeing what you think you're seeing.
Yeah. See, where I messed up was I had the camera in my hand that night, shooting into the mirror, handheld, and it was in infrared. But I had my IR light on it, so it was kicking back a nasty glare, so I couldn't see what we were actually seeing, which disappoints me. But I want to go back to that place, and we'll go test it out. This time I'll turn off my IR light. That way it can just be night vision only, and I think we get a better result, because we were seeing something come up behind us, like putting your hands on your shoulders and like a
Really?
black image behind you every time. And I thought at first I was just seeing it. I'm like, I didn't say anything at first. And then I started saying, like, oh, crap, I see something behind me, like a black shadow. And then Andy and both Rose saw the
Yeah.
same thing, too.
It was
Now,
like a black face, then all of a sudden it was kind of like glow in the dark, illuminated, just like a tiny bit after that.
yeah, so it's just, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's, by me saying I seen something black shadow, maybe they started seeing it, too. Or if we were really seeing it, or if I was even seeing it myself. But
Right.
it was giving some weird, like, I don't know how to explain it, not answers, I guess we'll say. And so I ended up cutting it off, and then Jason stepped in and took over. So I had to walk away completely because I saw something I didn't really care to see. So,
Yeah.
So we'll go back to this location, try it again. Maybe we even do it live on. Well, she lets us live on air. Maybe we haven't tried that yet. have we?
Probably. Yeah, we haven't tried
That's
it.
one place we haven't been live yet.
Yeah.
So we'll see about doing something like that. But yeah, no, I'm curious to watch that video, see what happens, because during your guys' live event when you went live last night, I kept hearing a couple of sounds. I couldn't tell if there were somebody in the room with you guys or if it was talking outside, like a disembodied voice, possibly.
Really?
Yeah. How many people were with you in the basement when you were doing?
Well, there was the
Airbox.
3 of us,
Mm-hmm.
Claudia, Marla,
Mm-hmm.
Peyton, and Tyler and Brian.
Okay.
Brian was silent, never spoke really.
Yeah.
Tyler,
Mm.
you'd know it if you heard
Yeah,
him
yeah, I heard
talk.
his voice on camera.
Claudia would talk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Marla
You're
didn't
pretty
really
quiet.
She talked. Yeah, she talked. I heard her. Yeah.
But no, Marla doesn't.
She's
yeah,
very quiet.
yeah, she's pretty quiet and just
Yeah.
paying attention and
Sure.
watching and stuff.
It sounded like higher pitched females,
Really?
like kind of whimpering. in a
No,
way,
that
yeah.
wouldn't be anybody
So-
that was in the group.
We were doing dowsing rods.
Yeah, this is in the basement. I didn't-
Yes, in the basement.
I didn't
And
see the video. Didn't have dowsing rod. That was in the
we- not
theater.
that- okay.
Yeah, I
Or-
didn't capture any dowsing rods in the basement.
Well, we did have, again, a woman come to us in the
Yeah.
basement.
Right.
And when you were down, you had your plasma,
Yeah, the plasma was going off.
and it
Yes,
was
it
going
was.
off
Yeah.
a lot.
Did you have a 360 periscope also too? Or what else was?
I
what
had the
else was there?
360 plasma.
Right, but
That
there was
was
something
going
else that was.
Oh,
triggered.
the coffin music box.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Because it kind of looked like the 360 periscope that Jake has, where it has a little things that go around,
Yeah.
and the colors.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell what it was because it was pretty dark and then
Yeah.
distance and stuff like that. But you could see it going off, interacting with the 360 plasma.
Yeah, they were both going off, and it was only happening really down there. Because
Right.
upstairs on the stage, they weren't really going off as much or at all.
Yeah.
Music Box did a little bit on stage, but not as much as the other two behind it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No, REM pod on the stage
Mhm.
was going off along with the high pitched squeal of your thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And we changed the batteries twice just to make sure that
Yeah,
it's
I even-
brand new batteries.
Yeah. So, and Jason K even said that he didn't know much about the REM pod. He hasn't done any research on it. Hasn't really looked into it. He's had some people on his team actually have one, but he's like, I've never dove into it.
Yeah.
So we were just kind of like, because you had everything changed out and everything like that, so everything was fresh. And
From the get-go.
the REM pod was not doing anything on the theater for a while.
Really?
Like when we were out there the first time, nothing.
Nothing at all.
Yeah.
So we leave, we go back and everything. We go do our thing. We go down in the basement. Jason and I go up there, and as we're talking about stuff, REM pod just started going off and like shadow detection.
Yeah.
And that was after he'd already been up there and had heard something running across the stage, moving across. And him and I had seen multiple times different shadows and different entryways on the stage. He was telling me a story about that he had that dealt with his legs and everything. And as he's talking about it, I looked down and there's like a bright white orb down by his feet.
Oh wow.
And he's like, I've been seeing white orbs throughout the place. I'm like, yeah, I thought so too, but I thought it was just me.
Yeah.
Being tired and my eyes playing. But he's like, no, he's seeing it. I'm seeing it.
And we saw some the first time we went.
Yeah.
Back behind the stage.
Oh, I remember you guys talking about that previously.
Yeah. So
the weird thing is, you don't see anything on camera. Well, from the videos I've watched, you don't see any of that stuff whatsoever. I expected to see it, especially in the basement. You thought you'd see more dust. Well, even in the theater, I guess.
But it's clean.
But
It's
it was
clean.
pretty. There was nothing on camera that I witnessed. I was always looking for stuff like that.
That place is actually super clean and
It looks
super
like it.
well kept up.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody who works there loves that place, and they take care of it very well.
So how many people did you guys talk to that work there, other than Tyler? And does Claudia and Mark? Oh God, I forgot her name. Shoot.
They've done a lot of things.
What's
with
her name?
The place.
Marla. God, I was thinking Mary Ann. I was like, oh my God, and I'm friends with her.
Mary
I'm not
Ann
even friends with
Skipper?
Claudia. And I remember her name. Sorry. Yeah. Did they work there? Or they just do events
They've
there?
been there. They've been
On the
working there for
board?
years.
Is that
I don't
what it
know
is?
if they're still. I don't know what position Claudia has
I thought they were
there.
board members or something.
Probably.
Like that. Something like that, or
I
I
would
can't
assume
remember.
That's what
they
I
are.
think she said was something about being a board member.
That's why they kind of
And
run everything.
Tyler is now the head.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
He's also an actor, right? He does production and stuff
Absolutely.
like that. Yeah.
Absolutely. She was trying to get him to sing in the theater last night. But
That's funny. And who's this Peyton person?
Corey's.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Did Corey go too?
No, she had to stay home.
Okay, I know you
she had
said
to stay
4. And I was like, who the heck's the 4th person? I assumed it was Corey.
No.
But now it makes more sense now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marla said they're both volunteers over there. At the
Oh, is she on there?
Okay.
Hey, Marla. Sorry I brought your name. I apologize.
I couldn't tell because I know you got, I knew Marla and Claudia had been with them
okay.
for a long time.
Yeah.
And helping out and everything. So,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what their position was on the staff and everything, but
She said Brian's also a board member.
Okay.
board member. Yeah.
Good old Brian. Oh, I misspelled
It's just,
I misspelled the name.
it's a great group of people that they love the place, and honestly, I do too.
Rightfully so. That place is pretty cool looking.
I love
inside.
that
I mean,
place. I want to
from-
do whatever I can to help them
Yeah.
do stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I'm excited to that they want to do more events out there. Walking ghost tour.
Hey, Koopsic's on too.
Huh?
Jason's Koopsic's on.
Oh, cool.
He said it was a great time. Thanks for
It was
setting
very
it up.
cool time. But yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
now the noises we were hearing up on stage, Jason did find out from Tyler,
Mm-hmm.
because there at the very tail end, Jason looked up and on stage right above that looked like trap doors that opened up, and
Oh.
and I guess they do.
Is it because of the wind
Fire
in
door.
there?
It's
or
like
what?
fire doors,
Yeah.
basically.
So was
and
that the
sometimes
banging
when
noise?
wind hits it, it makes noises.
Was that big heavy thumping noise though that you guys
No,
caught?
but the thing is that sounded like it was far away, and it
Okay.
didn't sound like metal.
Mm-hmm.
That sounded like somebody like thumping on stairs or something.
Oh yeah, we did have that.
Okay.
That was-
We could feel it in the main
It was.
area.
I heard it on
Yeah.
the camera. That's how
Yeah.
loud it was. It was very bassy, which I was like, "What the heck is that?" And then you Jason had the same
Right.
reaction. Yeah.
Now he did have Eric
Mm-hmm.
go up on stage and jump, but that at one, we all confirmed that was
Yeah,
Eric
I was
doing that.
Right.
Doing a
And you can
French
see on
box.
camera nobody's
Because
on
the
stage.
door, one of the doors to the stage actually had closed a little
Mm.
bit more than it had.
Really?
Because when he went up on the stage, it was wide open. Then when he went to leave, I guess, the door was like closed.
Oh wow. Okay.
So he went up there and tried to jump on the stage. Now,
Yeah.
Jason and I sat on a very far back,
Mm-hmm.
and him just jumping on the stage vibrated all the way up to us.
Oh, okay.
So no, whatever was happening, I don't know.
It echoed the whole place, and I'm glad it caught on camera because I
Yeah.
heard you guys. I almost missed it because you guys were talking about it. And I'm like, "What the heck?" So I went back and watched
Yeah.
it. I'm like, "Oh,
But
I heard it plain as day."
But he went on TikTok even, and people were hearing the same noises.
Really?
At some points, it does sound like somebody walking across and shuffling around.
Oh, really?
It's not the door above. It's
Mm.
not that.
Okay.
This sounds, and we thought, well, he was thinking it could have been like an animal, so he was like, if there's a raccoon up here, I'm gonna, So he like climbed the ladder to go up there and look over into like right behind the stage,
Uh huh.
behind that main screen. There's a area of storage, I guess.
Sure.
And he went up there, and there's nothing. It's just boxes.
Wow.
There's no animals. There's nothing.
Hmm.
There, Claudia did say there's a bat up in the main like attic area, but nothing.
Jason said there was lights. Those lights at the back of the stairs kicked on by themselves as well.
Oh,
Several
definitely,
times.
several.
times.
Were they like?
It's a
like
motion
on the,
light.
on the stage? Or-
No, it's the stairs that go from the stage area down to the
Okay.
dressing rooms,
Okay.
and they would come
Oh,
on.
You could
Oh.
hear like what it sounds like somebody on the staircase,
Uh-huh.
kind
walking,
of,
yeah,
and they'd pop on, like motion sensor, and then but nobody's there.
Yeah, everybody was in the main area, and it
Yeah.
we heard the steps, and then we look up, and boom, that light comes on. And then we look away, and we look back, boom, it was off. It was-
Was it the ghost light you're talking about? That's on stage?
No.
Or it's,
It's just a different
There's
light
on the side.
motion
Okay,
light
I
by the
gotcha.
stairs and stuff.
I
That-
gotcha.
the-
So
that
was it
only
motion activated?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so something's taking it on, not you guys, obviously.
Someone is doing that.
Wow.
Jason even went down the stairs and
Uh-huh.
tried to make as much noise as he could. It did not replicate what we were hearing.
Wow.
It was just nuts.
That is crazy. Very cool.
So why the hell weren't you there?
Yeah,
I was actually
Leah.
working. So I
Inquiring
worked
minds
yesterday
would like to
and
know.
today. It would? Inquire minds? That's just it. We'll keep inquiring. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I told them next time I'll go.
Why?
Hopefully it's the next
Well,
time. I don't know. Why not?
hopefully as long as the Colombian will have us, we
Yeah.
will go.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I love that place.
And I know right before we left and we were saying our goodbyes, Tyler was very thankful and appreciative, and I know he made a comment about he was very intrigued with it all,
Mhm.
being his first experience with anything,
Yeah,
like
he'd
this.
never done anything
and
like
he
this.
liked the professionalism, and so
Cool.
We're
he-
professional.
I doubt it.
right.
So did you ask him, has he had any personal experiences there, Tyler himself, that he can...
He kind of talked about it downstairs.
Really?
in the basement. That's where his office is. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Does he
Right.
see something, hear
By where the
something,
quick
feel something, or what's the...
crematory
he hasn't
Yeah,
seen
he's-
anything. He's seen shadows,
Okay.
and they've captured a photograph of a shadow in his entrance to his office.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's why he was inquiring about it.
Gotcha.
But of
okay.
course, the one place that we didn't investigate this time. We only touched on it when we were first there. The first walkthrough is the costume cage,
Mm.
and I find that place fascinating. Of course, once we'll
You
get in
wanna-
there someday. There's people donate all their stuff. I
Oh,
mean,
cool.
Period clothing,
Yeah.
military uniforms,
Sure.
used actual military uniforms. You know, and that quarterback
pretty
here
cool.
is just, yeah, it's
Nice.
so energetic, and it's right by the funeral, the ex-funeral parlor.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow.
It's a
So-
fun place. If next time we have an event and stuff there, everybody needs to come out and participate out there. And I mean, Wamego itself is fantastic with how they embrace Oz, and
Yeah.
the park itself has so much stuff out there.
Yeah. I was gonna put a
Claudia
picture.
was walking us around, and there's 2 statues out there that is from the World's Fair.
Right. Here's one of them.
Yeah, the one in the pond there.
1 second.
Which,
here.
sorry.
No, you're fine. I wasn't get up. I'll put it behind them guys. So,
So-
between Andy and Dan
Yeah,
the man.
so that's one that's there. The pond itself is shaped in the shape of a whale,
Oh, is it?
but in the 70s, there was a 3-year-old boy that left his parents.
Restaurant.
They owned a restaurant,
Yeah.
and they lived
Yeah, I
up.
did.
He left the door was unlocked. He left, and he drowned in that pond.
Dang.
So some
too
people
bad.
claim that they have like this sensation of a little boy out there with them, which is crazy because I mean it's such a beautiful park. They have a running children's train track
Oh, really?
up there that they run every so often during
Mhm.
special events and stuff, and it's huge.
Wow.
They've got like a little tiny
It's a deep
historical museum town
yeah.
in there, so it kind of looks
Oh,
like
cool.
Cowtown, in a
Yeah.
way.
Jail and an old church and a couple
Yeah.
other things.
So that
Nice.
they just a lot of stuff, but there's even a rock out there that's what was it 40
million years old.
40 million years old.
Wow.
That's there. It's
crazy.
from it was shaped by glaciers, and
Mhm.
and it's put there and has a plaque to it and everything.
Was it from that location, or they brought it
No, they
there?
brought it
Okay,
in and
that's what
everything.
I didn't know.
Everything's brought in and everything's built for.
Built up.
I mean, they've done so much
Yeah.
for
The
the
windmill.
town.
I mean,
The-
the windmill.
The windmill that's there.
Oh, the Dutch mill?
I don't have a picture for it.
Andy did. Let me grab
I've
real
got
quick.
There's one
previous
of my
Yeah.
pictures.
I can
I'll
send
grab it
you
real
one.
fast.
Jimmy, send you one?
No, I can get it real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you do end up going to Wamigo, across the street from the Oz Museum, they have the actual yellow brick road.
Yeah, which are the
Oh, we've
running.
all seen the railroad road.
Yeah, he's posted
Yeah.
us
Oh,
skipping
yeah.
on
I can
it,
play it
you
again
know.
if you need
No, we're good.
But
And that,
they're going to extend it too. They're going to extend the yellow brick road all the way to the park.
Oh, cool.
It's just about funding. The town
Sure.
just needs funding for certain things, and there it is. That's
Dutch mill.
that's taken from a farmer's farm that they had to. Each little brick that they used, they had to number it so that it was like put in perfect place when they rebuilt it and repositioned it.
Nice.
It's just fantastic out there.
Beautiful.
And they have the #1 fireworks show every 4th of July.
The largest Kansas.
The
fireworks.
largest
wow.
in state of Kansas.
Yeah.
I've heard rave reviews about
Yeah.
how awesome it is.
So I'm kind of
Also, that too, I thought was pretty fascinating.
yes. They do
Veterans
have
Memorial. Fallen.
a fantastic
Doing justice here.
memorial right there, which I didn't get a picture of it of the memorial part of it. There's two guys that they have a memorial there for, both named Forrest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
related, but both died after the results of 9/11. They both died in action.
Oh, wow.
One was like just weeks away from being finally let go from his tour in Afghanistan, and another one died, I think, in Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
But one's from that town. The other Forrest married into a family that's from Wamego, and they both have a bench, a marble bench that's there with their name and everything to, as a memorial to them.
Yeah, that's their names right there on the right hand.
Yeah,
Stone
those
as
two
well,
benches
yeah.
right behind the soldier.
Oh, right back. I see them.
Those are
Okay.
the two Forrests.
I should have went ahead and got a
It's-
picture of those. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just so the high school the history teachers bring out the students when it comes to like time for that course on Vietnam and
Mhm.
World War. Yeah, so they bring them out there and they have like a little session out there with
Wow.
it. It's awesome.
Pretty awesome. I love when towns get behind history and just life events and stuff like that, and really embrace it. You don't think these smaller towns, would have such a rich history, and they do, which is amazing and incredible.
I love the towns that we work with.
I do too.
You know, from Wamigo to Ness City to Oberlin, Dodge City, even Wilson.
Yeah.
Well, the key to all those towns is every one of those towns embrace history.
Yeah.
Whereas you come to the city of Wichita and they sweep the history under the rug.
Yes.
They want to see forward progress.
Yeah.
History is what we're made from.
I work downtown, and it kills me because they're constantly changing the facade and thing, or you know, just the buildings they're demolishing them, and it's just like
Well, we're about ready to lose Century 2.
Possibly.
You think possibly?
Yeah. Well, but the thing is with that, there's some cool ideas behind that. So if they do decide to do something with that area, like they proposed, it'll be pretty awesome.
I heard it was just going to be office spaces and a grassy park, and that was it.
I don't know. It changes hands.
I hope they do the whole museum and aquarium type thing.
Yeah. No, I just drive around because sometimes I get a lunch down there pretty much every day, and I'm looking at the buildings, and there's some old inscriptions, I guess, at the very top, and it's just like, holy shit, this used to be something back in the 1800s, if not, before, and it's just like, holy crap, these buildings were stood the test of time, and they're destroying them, and just like,
well, the gelatin building just tore down. That was 1880.
Which one?
The gelatin building that was on the corner. Gelato.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Meats Corner.
Yeah, Meats Corner.
Yeah, they put up a big office building there now. Yeah, that one I didn't.
Yeah, that's where we went to meet with possible fake film people.
I mean, they did, but it's no
story. They're fake.
Yeah. Anyways, we won't go there. But let's play a video from last night. It's just a quick. I grabbed a couple of screen grabs from the video itself and put together just a quick. About a minute or so video. I marlin them. I did put. You mentioned Brian in there. I did put that piece in there, but I also edited part of it out, so you don't have to worry about anything. How to put it? Let's leave it at that. So let me play that real quick here. Let me get the video up real fast here. 1 second. I don't know if I can find it. There it is. I hope. All right, give me 1 second. We'll cue it up here, and maybe away we go.
So cool. It's pretty.
Hey, I know that dude.
Bruce? Yes. Bruce is a big guy, right?
He's 50?
Yeah, probably 50.
I'll play it again. 1 second.
Is there somebody beside?
Did you hear that?
I heard that. That was weird.
What was that?
They crossed. That was 3.
Loud thumps that sound like almost from above.
Yes.
I'm going to play it one more time. The guys in the studio didn't get a chance to hear it because I actually hit the wrong button, so I'm going to play it one more time.
Can you tell me who's down here? Bruce?
You know, Bruce?
Only living, and he's in. He does theater.
Maybe he's. Did
Do you
it?
know Bruce?
Yes. Bruce is a big guy, right?
He's 50?
Yeah, he's probably 50.
Is there somebody besides Edna here with us?
Did you hear that?
You guys?
I heard that. That was weird.
What was that?
They crossed. That was 3.
Loud thumps that sound like almost from above.
Yes.
Okay, give me a second to get everything back here. Just like I said, it was just a quick video I put together real fast from last night's event. I thought it was Brian. It was Bruce. I'm sorry. So I got the two names mixed up. But yeah,
Brian's one of the board members.
Yeah, Bruce
he was down there.
Bruce was an actor.
Yeah.
That they mentioned something about him. I didn't want to, So anyways, but yeah, I thought that was pretty fascinating that you're getting direct, calling back and response on to the spirit box or through the portal, and somebody they actually knew, like whoever was talking to the portal, maybe he was looking for that guy Bruce who played Santa Claus. He's played a couple other things they said, and
later on in that conversation, we actually got the builder of the building's name.
Oh, really?
They called out JC several times.
Oh, I didn't see that part.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's on there, and he called himself as JC, and
yeah,
it was pretty neat.
Yeah, that's pretty fascinating. Yeah, and like we talked about earlier in the show, JC was the guy JC Rogers, who went to the World's Fair in Chicago in 1893. Fell in love with it, as they call it, the White City, because they put a bunch of like backdrops and stuff, I guess, and where they built up the actual layout in Chicago. Everything was white, basically made of marble and different things and stuff. So he just wanted to replicate that stuff back here in, of all places, Wamego, which is awesome.
Yeah. And
that's how the Columbian Theater, there's some of the artifacts inside there, the stuff outside, the statues, to the mirror from H.H. Holmes and stuff like that. That's all it all got brought back to Kansas, and it's on display. So for viewers at home, make sure if you ever get the chance to, go up there and visit the Columbian Theater, visit the Oz Museum next door. And what's the other place, the Opera House?
You got the Opera House that's like a block away around the corner. It's over there. They do a lot of things over there still. During Halloween, they have a full-fledged haunted house going on in there. Oh,
nice.
Yeah. But it's got such great history and good food. They got the Oz Winery, which is really good. They have you can go in there and taste test the wines, plus eat cheese and crackers and all that stuff. They have
100-year-old cheese.
Some really good stuff out there. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
It's worth the visit to go do all that stuff.
Well, yeah, they got the Friendship Place, which is it's an old Victorian home, and they made it into a restaurant. That's cool, and they have
like breakfast and lunch.
Breakfast, lunch.
Oh, that's it.
Bakery.
Yeah, and from what I hear, cinnamon rolls are amazing.
And kolaches, but the cinnamon rolls are amazing. Yes. And then there's a bed and breakfast, like a block down.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to spend the money on a bed and breakfast, because there's only like 7 rooms, I think. There's a place called the Simmer Hotel, which I've stayed in personally, and it's haunted.
Oh, nice.
There's been several, and I learned another thing about it too. But there's been several suicides there,
really,
as well as there's been people that just passed away there. Yeah.
So if you don't want to stay in a room where somebody blasted themselves,
oh my God,
there's other hotels there too.
Yes.
But you stayed in one of the rooms, didn't you?
Yes, room number 7. I'll go in and call it out. Yeah.
So room number 7. If you go to the Simmer Motel,
it's haunted.
Yeah, it's got some activity going on inside. So
Dan and I were both sitting there. We just got back from the Columbian after relaxing before we did an investigation, and we're sitting there, and I'm sitting on the couch, she's sitting on the edge of the bed, and the refrigerator opens up, just and shuts.
Wow.
Yeah, and then the front door opened up on us. I mean, it was just weird. So we locked it after that. We kept it locked, but the chain locked. But yeah,
that's pretty interesting.
That's cool.
It's called daylight.
It's called the what? Simmer?
The Simmer.
Simmer. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. It's just right along the highway.
Towards Manhattan. Not the entrance from 70, but the other opposite entrance.
The U.S. Highway 1, whatever it is.
And right across the street is like the Wamigo Hotel.
Yes.
So what's the story behind it? We know why. What's haunting
Well,
towns, other
there's
than
some.
the obvious.
Yeah, there's a story about some of the stuff I don't want to talk about because it is a personal thing. They still
Oh,
do
okay.
it now,
Okay.
but no, the suicides. I mean, people came in there and they just, there was a drug overdose for sure, and then there was a shooting, suicide,
Gotcha.
and then some other people just died from heart attacks on the location. So
Wow,
that,
that's unfortunate.
but the last owner, I don't know about the new owner now. The last owner, they had the front office just full of antiques from the town. 100-plus-year-old antiques. They had shifter robes in there, and they had a
Watch your
couple.
mouth.
Yeah, right. and a couple buffet sets out there, and I mean, just so neat. I mean, just so full of antique furniture. But yeah, it's just crazy. I don't know. It's as like Jason said, it's your typical roadside hotel. Like you see in Supernatural.
Okay, so honestly, it does look. So Claudia and Marla and a few other people in town, they're like huge Supernatural buffs. And
Yeah, 'cause you get to participate in a Supernatural.
I did for
event
Claudia.
with them, yeah.
She did like a virtual.
That's pretty cool.
Call in, like kind of like a little talk on
Mm-hmm.
on that. It was fun. My microphone wasn't working well, so I sucked in it. But I have
It wasn't
bought,
the microphone.
But Claudia, I
Just
have
kidding.
bought new equipment, so I will be better for next time.
Good to go.
Yes, so we need to have like an additional new Supernatural talk. But anyway, the Simmer Motel looks just like what you would see on the Supernatural
Oh, really?
like show. Yeah, if you know the show, they're always in those like. I don't. It's not decrepit, not at all. It's just like those really weird looking.
Aged roadside Route
They're
66
nice
hotels.
inside, but they're just kind of dark, kind of history to feel to
It
it.
wasn't the clown motel that you've seen in like Ghost Adventures and stuff, but it was similar without all the freaky clowns that you pull
Oh,
up
nice.
on.
I want to go there in the Clown Motel.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I definitely want to go inside there.
Like I was trying to visual reference, but
Yeah, it's a neat little hotel. I mean, the layout inside is just so neat looking. I mean, just
you
so
said they were very
nostalgic.
clean.
Oh, they're very clean. I mean, the rooms are nice and clean. Shower and water's hot, but it has that 1960s, 70 vibe inside, and it was really neat. Yeah,
Like
Nice.
stepping back in time.
like stepping back in time. Yeah.
Very cool. Well, that's like you guys had a busy, fun evening.
It
I'm glad-
was.
I'm glad.
It was just nice. It's been a long time since we've done anything without.
Just done anything. Leave it at that.
Well,
'cause, yeah.
done anything, yeah. But it's been, without. We're always doing stuff with guests, especially,
Sure.
the last time we were there at the. We never have gotten a chance to go to the Columbian to investigate just
your own.
us
No.
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool. Hanging out with Jason for
Yeah.
half the night to kind of talk and hear his stories and past and stuff like that. That was a lot of fun, getting to know him a lot more.
Nice. Yeah.
It was just a fun night. I didn't know where to go. Follow you guys around. It was kind of funny. We did Frank's box session.
That's pretty rude.
He
We'll go with that.
he was. So Dan went ahead and put the headphones on and went
He had
into
his
it, right?
mask over his eyes.
And we're all, he put his mask, his supernatural mask, like over his face. So he had Dean and Sam like for his eyes over here. But he's listening to it, and we're all standing kind of like in a rainbow half circle around him, and we're all talking and laughing, kind of laughing too, because some of your reaction stuff. And finally, I just said, it was kind of just nothing happening for quite a while.
It was real quiet there.
Real quiet, but I finally piped up and I said, hey, if you're over there next to Dan, can you just give him a swift kick in the leg, or can you tickle him on the neck, or do something up
Nice.
there?
Okay.
And not more than like 2 or 3 minutes later, you see Dan like doing this, like shooing away, you know.
Looking all around.
Yeah, I was just like, thank you. All right, thank you very much.
You get what you asked for.
They were tapping me on my shoulder, and I thought it was, Andy over trying to get my attention or something. So I reached over to see if there was anybody there, and there was nobody there. So I sit there and
By that point, I was on the other side of the room.
yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, there was a lot of touching going on last night as far as
But I didn't go.
spirit sides.
Dan got touched in the butt downstairs.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
And he got touched on the head with hair.
Like my hair, like
Yeah.
first it was like part of my hair came up, and then they pulled it, and then it wasn't that long later. Dan's behind was grabbed.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
somebody else got touched too last night. And I can't remember who it was. Later on in the evening.
Really?
Yeah,
I want to say it was Tyler
I think it was Tyler.
Tyler?
But yeah.
in the basement. I believe.
Wow.
Oh, and then Brian over on the stairs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so Brian got.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd he take it?
He was
Okay,
just saying-
he was
yeah.
kind of in
He
and
was
out of
a-
sleep at that point.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I could tell he was a little tired. He was like rubbing his eyes a lot and
Was he?
like just kind of
Well,
trying to hang in there.
He had a good night the night before.
Did he?
Yeah, so he was trying to recuperate.
He
Nah,
was
Gotcha.
kind of like this one in the car on the
Gotcha.
way home.
Gotcha.
Brian was out on the stairs.
I was fine. I wasn't rubbing my eyes.
guys, you and
I'm sorry.
Jason, they went back to KC, didn't they?
Yeah.
They did.
But This was
Yeah.
only about a little over an hour.
Yeah,
Correct back.
they're
You guys had
not.
about a 2:20, as you guys said.
Yeah, we're about
So-
220 coming
Yeah,
back.
I don't miss those days at all, driving late night. We've done some dumb drives. I was just like, why are we doing this again?
I know. It's
I
like
just hate it. I mean, I love it.
part of me was like, I could take about a 30-minute nap in my car.
Right.
Why don't we just sit here?
I
I'll
think
turn the
about
car on. I'll keep the heat going.
Yeah, but 30 minutes turns into like 2-3 hours. Like, oh crap, how long have I been
That's
asleep?
all right.
No,
I
I'm
could have
kidding.
slept. I could have
I've
slept.
done it before myself.
I'm
I pulled
okay
over.
sitting there for 30 minutes.
I know.
Yeah.
I should have,
Right.
because that last 30 miles,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was just struggling. I
Yeah.
was like, kind of like doing this like this in the car. You know, I'm driving. I'm like, I'm like doing this. And I'm doing this, and I'm like, you
Peyton
know, I'm
was trying to
slapping
keep
my.
him awake. I kept
Yeah.
asking, "You okay?
That's
You
what I
okay?"
always do. Like I always open the window, crack a window, and then I open get sunflower seeds. That way you're constantly
Well-
throwing something in motion,
Yeah.
getting the
Well,
blood going. 'Cause,
I had-
it's tough.
I had
Especially in
corn
winter
nuts,
months.
but they
Corn nuts.
tasted like crap. You know, so I'm like eating them. I'm like, anybody else want some nuts down? You know, it's like
Yeah.
horrible.
They were
It's
horrible.
dangerous, but I'm glad you guys all made it. And looks like Jason made it back because he's obviously
Yeah.
commenting on here, so that's good. But no,
I think Marla and Claudia made it home.
yeah, Marla's on here. I
Yeah,
haven't seen
yeah.
Claudia, but yeah. So
I am excited to work with Claudia and Marla a lot with
Yeah.
hmm
future stuff up there. I want to get that kick started pretty
Yeah.
quickly for them.
Yep,
Um,
and also more
I-
stuff with Jason.
Oh,
Which is-
yes.
because yeah, I got some ideas that I can't wait to
oh yes.
get him involved in, and him and Larry and
I'd like to
everybody,
join
so,
forces with Jason as
Yeah.
much as possible with
Yeah.
everything that we do.
Yeah, and some stuff we haven't even done yet, so
Yeah,
that's gonna be fun.
cool.
Yep. So I can't wait because, yeah, they're good people up there. Those guys from Kansas City, and we, like I said, I love them. When we had them last time on the show, we got to or investigate just for a little while. So I'm gonna do more and just have at it. So we'll definitely get them down here again on the show, and also, like I said, to investigate with us and whatnot, and maybe go up there because there's some stuff we're supposed to do some stuff up there with them guys, and we haven't had a chance to yet. So
Yeah.
but kind of shifting gears a little bit.
Okay.
Talk about serial killers, H.H. Holmes.
Yes.
Been watching a lot of weird stuff lately. Go figure. Did anybody see that they're selling Lizzie Bordenhouse?
Yes, $2 million.
$2 million for Lizzie Bordenhouse
Yeah.
up in
I-
Fall Rivers,
I can see that.
Massachusetts.
I can see
Which
that.
they tried selling the other house, that's not the original one, recently, and I don't know if it ever sold or not. But this one's the actual house where the murder took place with the infamous killing of her
What,
parents.
there's two places?
There's a couple of places because her dad owned a couple of real estate places.
Oh, okay.
And,
no. So
this
the
is the
actual
actual
murder
location
house.
now is for sale now for $2 million.
Okay.
Our buddy John Doherty from HSFL Paranormal cracked me up because he put a post recently about that. He's like, I'm only $1,999,900 short, guys. If anyone basically says he has $100 to throw towards it, if anyone else wants to join in on that, so that made me laugh. But $2 million, and I'm afraid that Zach Baggins is going to get a hold of it and going to do whatever
Doesn't
he
he already
does.
have enough?
Because he's already bought. Obviously, he's bought the Gary Indiana house, the Demon House
It's
that
gonna
was
break
there
my-
and that was destroyed by him. He bought the out in California, he bought the the La Bianca house, the Manson murder house, not the original one. He bought that one, and
He bought
has
that?
it. Yeah, he bought it for about a couple million.
Did he
couple years ago.
tear that one down too?
Not yet. That won't get torn down, I don't think. But I don't know what's going on with that yet. And now I have a feeling, something tells me he's going to buy this house too. I don't know why. He hasn't said anything about it yet, hasn't mentioned it, but it's something he would do. So I hope he doesn't get it and ruin it. But the thing is, it's protected by historical, the city itself. So
Right.
whoever buys it, because I've seen people commenting on it, I'll put some pictures up here in just a second. Whoever buys it can't change it inside because it's also has to be used as a business.
Good.
So because right now it's a bed and breakfast and a historical museum site. But $2 million, holy crap! I mean, if you can get a hold of it and then continue it on, yeah, you'll make your money back. But
Yeah.
I don't got $2 million sitting around. I mean, maybe you guys do, but I don't. So
Let's join forces with everybody else around
Let's
us.
go win that lottery.
So this is the house. I'll put it up real quick here. I'm talking about. It's been on all the ghost hunting shows. You can stay there if you feel brave enough, which I would love.
I would do it.
It wasn't so damn far away. Oops, not that one. Hang on.
She's not a very big woman.
Yeah, we'll put her up here too.
So, you know.
So this is the infamous house.
I'd say that.
This is the original house. It's there. You can tour it. You can stay there, like I said. A lot of the original stuff, artwork is still there. I mean, the original decor is still there. Now, the original couch where she
hacked her dad.
Well, let me rephrase that. Where her dad was murdered is not there. It's a replica. Right. I'll put that up here in just a second.
Which I never thought that, because when I first started looking into the story and the history of this, they really toted it as that's the actual couch. You can sit where he was murdered.
But it's not.
It's not.
Because
and
that
I found
thing
that
was
out
soaked
just
with
recently.
blood. Yeah, that thing was soaked with blood. And they're talking about this couch right here. I'll show you here in a second.
Is it the same couch just reupholstered?
No.
No. That's some BS.
I don't know where that couch went, but yeah, I would love that, the original couch. That's the couch. The replica has an axe, of course, on there, and that is not the original axe. Because the murder weapon has never really truly been found. When the police went there the day of, they went down to the basement. They saw about 2 or 3 axes down there.
Right.
They had one that had an axe handle, or axe head, I think it
was the axe head.
Yeah. But it looked like it was purposely covered in dust, so it gave the illusion of it being there for a while. But it looked too fresh that it wasn't. So that could have been the actual murder, but they didn't grab it, which is totally stupid. Anyways, that's where her dad was murdered. They interviewed her, and she gave differing stories about it. Lizzie, we're talking about. She said that when her dad came home, she helped him take off his boots, and he went down to lay and take a nap. However, the infamous picture of him laying on the couch all bloodied up and murdered, he has his boots on. So she's given 2 different stories. She said, I took his boots off and he put his slippers on to go rest or whatever. The mother, it was her stepmom, was murdered first. Like, the dad was out doing business. He owned a lot of business ventures. And he wasn't too happy about it. They weren't too happy. Lizzie and her sister weren't too happy about it. They paid more attention to the stepdaughter and his wife, mom. That I think her and her sister felt a little jaded, basically, or not jaded. What's the word I'm looking for? Shited, or I don't know what the hell the word it is. Where they didn't get anything, basically. But they complained to him. He sold them a house for like $1. So they had a house, but they ended up selling it back and moving back into this house right before they murdered, or people were murdered, should I say. But some of the decor is crazy. That's the thing about it. It's pretty freaking intoxicating. Yeah, it's just
the wallpaper's loud.
Like, I had some of the pictures over there here. Let me find them real quick here. I don't know where it went. Damn it! Hang on one second.
I like that wallpaper.
You would.
It's better than most I've seen for that era.
Well, this is one of them. I'll just put it up here. This is a view of the staircase. Wow. I mean, it's about a 3 or 4 business or story building. There's a basement. There's a main level.
That's the Lizzie Borden house?
Yeah. There's 3 stories, actual livable quarters. Because the caretaker or whatever, she was set up in the very, very top. Like, she had to walk past the 2nd floor where the stepmom already been murdered in one of the guest bedrooms. She didn't even see her. She went upstairs and laid down.
Yeah, because the stepmom was like on the other side of the bed, laying there.
Yeah, but she'd been dead for who knows how long.
Right.
When the dad came home, like I said, she supposedly helped him off with the boots. He laid down there, whatever.
And she helped off him up.
Yeah, and she came up yelling for the nursemaid, they called her, and asked her to come down like that her dad had been murdered or had been whatever. He's not moving and stuff. So she never saw anything, but didn't hear any screams. That's the weird thing about it. Now there's different view or reports behind that, because there's a barn that's behind it. It's still there. I don't know if he says a garage now or whatever. There's two people that saw her on the walking Lizzie inside there and out, coming out of there about 11 o'clock in the morning, and happened to they saw her about 11:10, I think it was, and the murder supposedly happened at 11 o'clock. So was she the person that did it? Nobody knows. There's a report that her uncle had been there the night before and got into a heated argument with the dad over a business venture or property, and he had just left that morning to go visit somebody.
What if they all, like the ones who were all, like the uncle and Lizzie and a few others, all conspired to have it done?
I don't know. That's just it.
What if one took out the other and the other took out, it's
Right.
just that way, I don't know. It's not all on one person.
Has anybody watched the Lizzie Borden Chronicles on Netflix?
I have not.
No, not yet.
I'll
I
just
haven't,
honestly.
but I want to now.
Yeah.
I think I have it saved.
This is another view of the just inside of it. I mean, downstairs, just how crazy the wallpaper is. And there's more pictured online you can view if you really want to think about buying it.
I think it's pretty close worth to $2 million. I mean,
And then they also have this case. There's a couple replicas of her dad and stepmom's skulls. They're not the real ones, but they have them on display in a case like that. The thing that was so weird about
Those
that...
are replicas?
Yeah, they're not the real ones. The thing that was weird, though, when they went to trial, and it took a couple years later, they went to trial over this, they actually had brought out the real skulls of her dad and mom, or stepmom, whatever, and used them as evidence
props.
during the actual
evidence,
case
yeah.
itself against Lizzie, and it's just, when she saw it, she fainted. So that's why I don't know. Did she do it? Who knows? Nobody will never know, because obviously Lizzie's dead now, and so is her
But,
sister.
I mean, if you just happen to, look at your parent's skull
Right.
and see it bashed in,
Yeah.
how would you react?
I don't know.
Fainting is kind of like a way of, you can't say it's guilt.
Right.
It's almost like remorse, almost.
Yeah.
Like the McKenzie brothers.
The who?
Menendez.
Or shit. Yeah,
McKenzie
Menendez brothers.
McKenzie?
Sorry.
I'm like, what's it?
Hey,
Stains
3 hours sleep this morning.
I was like,
Menendez brothers, my bad.
yeah, Menendez
Yeah.
brothers.
I'm
Well, go sorry.
I'm sorry I kept you awake trying to keep Jason awake.
No, I was gonna say is there's even the nursemaid who opened the front door when her dad came home, and at this point the stepmom should have been dead already. She asked where the stepmom is at, and she's like, oh, I don't know, and supposedly she heard Lindsay. I'm talking like Dan now. McKenzie. Lizzie supposedly was laughing. She could be heard laughing on the second staircase. Some of the view I showed you earlier, that second story staircase, supposedly the nursemaid heard her like giggling or laughing about it, like she knew something, whatever. But Lizzie swore up and down that it wasn't her laughing. She wasn't even around. Supposedly she was in the barn, whatever, or came out from some other area. I don't know.
She was acquitted.
Yeah, she was. Yep. So, and she lived to I think 60-ish. She died of pneumonia, I believe. But the whole point of it is, going from H.H. Holmes, the World Fair Killer, the Wamigo, to Lizzie Borden. The house is for sale. If anybody's interested in purchasing it, $2 million is your asking price. Well, that's what they're asking for.
If anybody wants to loan me some cash.
I'd love to have it, man, but shit. We could have had the Sally house at one time for $875,000. But once again, who has that kind of cash floating around? Not us.
Right.
Unfortunately, Zach Bagans does, and he can throw it towards there. Continue on. Anybody of you guys have HBO Max?
Yes.
Did you watch the Heaven's Gate documentary? Do you remember
Heaven's Gate? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
The cult.
Corey and I did watch a documentary on that. It wasn't on HBO Max.
This is a 4-part series.
Ooh.
So,
I have watched another just recently in the last few months. Her and I watched
Really?
one on Heaven's Gate.
I mean, Heaven's Gate is not serial killers, but they were a cult.
You
that,
could almost call it serial killing.
they killed
one
themselves. It was a
dude
mass
killed-
suicide.
He brainwashed them.
It's just bizarre. The whole thing is bizarre. I
Yeah.
mean, the documentary is pretty decent. It gets more in depth in some things. You see their home videos and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys remember that at all? The whole Heaven's
Oh,
Gate?
yeah.
It's
Yeah, they all like ate the applesauce or?
They created a concoction of applesauce and pudding, and they put I think it was arsenic.
Arsenic.
It
And
was
something else, and
something to do with like the passing comet or
it
something
was
like
Haley's
that.
Bob.
Haley's Bob, yeah.
And a couple.
And it was going to be the aliens actually coming to take them up too.
Yes.
But they had to release their spirit,
Yeah.
so they had to
They
commit
thought that
suicide.
concoction was
Yeah.
gonna.
Well, no, they had to get off them.
They each took
themselves
that cyanide and stuff. Whatever.
Okay.
Cyanide, not
to
arsenic,
release their
cyanide.
spirit.
Yeah.
They had to kill themselves.
But they did it in waves, which is weird. There was
Yeah.
three. They thought three different ways because of how things laid out. They said the one set of people. There was like 39 people that passed away in this home in this mansion in is just north of San Diego. They first people off themselves, and then people cleaned it up, and then they were all found, all said and done, except for two people. They were all found with these black uniforms on that said Heaven's Gate on the side, black Nikes, and or black and white Nikes, and then they had this purple, like maroon cloth laid over them, and a weird,
Sounds
I don't know,
intriguing.
weird place or thing. So the next people did it, including the guy that was they were all following in the second wave. They think he died then, and then the last two people did it. They had they put a plastic bag over their head, and that's how they died. They didn't have the cloth on them, whatever, but. It's just a weird thing. The documentary was, I mean, it's like I said, it's a 4-part series, and it's just kind of weird. It's part of our history, some of the weird stuff that we experience, and
Yeah.
I would love to know if that mansion, because it was for sale at one time too, but they had to go in, the people that owned it originally, they were just renting it, had to go in and make changes because there was blood everywhere because of when they passed away, I guess. They were bleeding out their noses and stuff like that, whatever, and it just leaked out everywhere. When they took them out on gurneys, they were banging into the walls. The gurneys were, and there's blood splatter on the walls. And stuff. It just looked like a horrific scene. Not terribly, but bad enough. But there was a crew that went in there, a film crew went in there afterward, a news crew went after that, and they showed them certain areas of the house. You could see certain parts, and they was like, "What the hell?" But it's a big mansion. What are you doing, Jason? Sending me crap.
You can share this on the podcast if you want.
Oh, this one crazy guy.
Yeah,
This is Marshall
It's
Applewhite is his name. But he also went by nicknames. Which
a
is so
gif
weird.
of the actual crazy guy.
Oh, he went by. It was him and another girl, a woman. They went by T and Doe, T-I and Doe,
Yeah,
and they also went by Bo and Peep or something, whatever, Sheep, whatever, I don't know. And then also a couple other names. They're just really wackos. Let me see real quick here. I don't know if it's gonna play or not. Let me see.
I know. I don't know. It was something I pulled up
Yeah.
a while back, and
Let me see if it'll
so I
let me.
sent that to Corey. Was telling me a story of somebody crazy, and I posted that to her, and she.
Oh.
Yeah, it was kind of funny.
The documentary is just called Heaven's Gate. I mean, it's pretty interesting. Oh, hang on. Well, let me play it. What the hell?
No,
That it flashed.
I know it did.
That was weird. Okay. That is interesting. It won't let me play it at all. Okay.
That's all right. That's all right.
It just
So
that.
I mean, everyone saw a flash of it, so
That is crazy. I don't know why I did that.
it's kind of creepy, isn't it?
Yeah, I just saw it on the feed and did it. Huh. Yeah, but these people were just strange, and they all had the same haircuts and just I don't know, just
Different.
you see them and they talk to them and they were trying to recruit people and stuff, and they were just had the same
He's crazy.
smile,
Looks like
the
him.
same creepy smile. And
I know a guy that looked just like him too.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah, he's crazy.
But no, I was thinking about. I've been watching a lot of serial killer stuff lately, and just from random stuff.
Yeah.
That kind of. I would like to go investigate that house just to see if there's anything in that mansion, but
Oh, there's got to be some crazy stuff.
I don't know because they remain
But all the
abstinence.
things they talked
Abstinent,
about,
yeah.
and who knows what kind of torture that was even done there.
Right?
I don't know if anything.
We
That's just it.
don't know that.
Well, some people have lived or didn't not that moment they got out, should I say. And they've told some of the stories behind it. And some of them wish they would have died in the moment with them. They regret not being there. Some of them actually tried to carry it out later on after the fact, and one succeeded, and then one succeeded
Once
eventually.
the ship has sailed, you can't catch it.
They're like, well,
again.
we still maybe graduate as they call it. That's what they call it. Graduate to them.
See,
thing.
that's like up there with Scientology kind of crap.
It's Roman a lot
It's
like
all-
Scientology.
Well, what if the ship, did pass over, or
It was a comet.
There really wasn't a ship, so they're all
Well-
just still standing there, like, So they're all still sitting in the house. There's 39 people still
39
standing
people still standing around in the
Still
house
waiting.
going like, how come it didn't come?
They're not standing anymore. They're dead.
Well, yeah,
So-
Well, you know what I
their
mean. But
spirits,
what
you
if
know?
their spirit is still there going like, what?
Yeah.
What
You
the hell?
left me,
So
Stella.
bizarre, man. Just get them. I've heard about the documentary. They was coming to Netflix or to HBO Max.
HBO Max.
Because there's also the one that just came to Netflix, the Night Stalker one. I'm gonna watch next.
Yes.
That's also a season.
Isn't
series.
that about
Richard Ramirez?
Richard
The Night
Ramirez?
Stalker out of California.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the one.
I saw another one about the dating game killer.
Oh yeah, that one's bizarre too.
He's
I
crazy.
didn't see that one. That was the guy that
Have you
I
have
know
you
of.
watched stuff on him before?
I watched the episode, not the full episode, the clips of the episode where he was on there and trying to get.
But have
ready.
you watched the documentaries on him?
Not to my knowledge, I don't think I have.
I have. He is. You know, he was actually killing women while he was on the show, on the
Right.
dating show.
Right.
Wow.
Well, I haven't
Yeah,
heard of this one.
back
Yeah.
in.
I can't remember the guy's name, but yeah,
Uh,
I'll have to find it real quick.
I'll have to look that up later.
I can't remember, but it's
So
the
type in
dating game
and it
killer.
pops up.
Dating game killer.
Rodney Alcala.
Acula.
I can't say it. Yeah,
Acula. Something like
Put a
that.
picture up of him. Oops.
He was. There's actually not a known number of how many women he killed. He could have killed hundreds.
Wow.
I think it was like along Texas, isn't it?
I can't remember. It's been
Anyway,
years since I thought about
he was actually killing women while he was on that show.
that. Right.
He was on the dating game and he won. He was picked.
This is the guy right here. From the
He
dating
was
game show,
actually
yeah.
picked by the contestant.
Oh,
And they and she said she couldn't actually go out on a date with him because he was actually so weird once she got to meet him.
Mm-hmm.
No,
That
I
he
wouldn't
was-
date him because of the haircut. Man.
It was just
Well, that was
He
in the
looked
70s.
for-
Yeah, I know.
Weird.
Yeah.
nowadays he's in jail and he
Yeah, oh yeah.
he is gray and
Oh, I was going to put that up next.
he's horrible looking. Does not look like that anymore.
I'll put it up now.
But
it looks like a playa.
But he was murdering people. He was murdering women at this time, and
That's him now.
Ooh.
yeah, you
Holy
see
Looks the
that?
same,
moly.
other than just gray and glasses. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wacko for sure.
Looks like you had found
So-
what he did. And,
Oh, he was not remorseful. He was like he kidnap him and murder him, kidnap, rape, and murder. And they claim it was like beyond hundreds of missing women
Yeah.
and stuff. So yeah, it was. Some of these documentaries really dive in deep, and it's like,
Right.
why would you ever want to do anything alone and by yourself?
Exactly.
Because you got crazy assholes like that.
Yeah,
that
well,
are
we had
just out
BTK
there.
here in Wichita. That was
BTK.
bizarre. That I never knew about until I moved
The
here.
thing is, BTK
Yeah.
is
And
like
then-
breaking into people's homes.
Right, and waiting for
He's
him.
waiting for you. He was like the ultimate, like crazy psycho
Yeah.
who was
And
like doing that. He
He's a
wasn't just
sociopath.
kidnapping you.
Yeah.
He's,
Stalking.
knocking on your door.
Right.
Your kid inviting you in. He's hiding in your closets. He's
Yeah.
waiting for you.
if you have like a home security system, he used to work for a company. When you think
ADT,
you're
yep.
safe, you're not.
ADT.
Yep. Well, and he named himself.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, that's how ridiculously this guy
Yeah.
is. They were trying to figure out how to label it, and they're like, "Well, call me BTK, bind, torture, kill, or whatever." And it's just like the guy was just full of himself.
He
That's why
was-
he got caught, 'cause his ego got the best of him.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
That
He
floppy disk.
wanted to create his own horror superhero,
Yeah,
basically.
guy's just an idiot. Yeah, and he's still alive. He's in El Dorado. Correctional
Not doing
facility.
well, health-wise, is from what I hear.
No, really? I haven't heard that
Yeah.
yet. I
Well,
knew a couple guys that worked out there that used to talk to him, and he just
Crazy?
whatever. He just weird. We'll just say they'll leave it at that.
well, I when I was working at the hospital,
Mhm.
third shift, one of the nurses there said that she's one of the older nurses, has
Mhm.
been around for a while, so she was in a program where she'd go out to the jails
right.
and actually work out there and do checkups and stuff like that. And she had to go to El Dorado and actually
Do a checkup on him.
do checkups on
Yeah.
a lot of inmates.
Sure.
And she actually got to meet him.
Yeah.
I guess basically they banned him from like seeing and dealing with anything women.
Right.
So no magazines, no books, or anything like that.
Yeah.
So if you're a female, he just will stare at you
Right.
and just like not move, just stare.
I had somebody else say the same thing. That
And
worked there.
she said that so much time has passed since his arrest and everything, and him being locked up.
Right.
He is just completely skin and bones. Just
Yeah.
like he's just not healthy whatsoever.
He did get a TV out there, from what I understood. Like he has a TV in his cell.
Does he now?
Yeah. I mean, things
Well, ain't that
last forever.
sweet?
I don't
You
know if
know.
they have a more recent picture of him. Let me
Isn't
see.
that sweet that we feel so bad for inmates that kill people that we give them a TV. You know, can I have a TV? I work hard and go to work every day. Can I have a new TV?
Right?
No.
No,
No.
I have to pay for it myself. But if I kill people, do I get a free TV? Yes.
You get a bed, some water,
And bread and butter and water.
Well, 3 meals a day and everything. You know.
air conditioning.
Come on, pull it.
How backwards is our society on
Mhm.
stuff?
Yeah, this is older picture. This is after
You
he
know.
got
It's
arrested.
pretty rough. Yeah.
It's like we work our asses off on our jobs and everything that we do and everything, but you know, if you commit crimes and murder and very heinous crimes, you don't get the death penalty because you know you're in the Bible Belt and we get rid of all that. Or you get people who are just like, well, just don't think the crime fits the punishment. So life in prison, 3 meals a day,
3 hots in a cot, baby.
where there's families struggling,
Yeah.
and you get this asshole who's on the screen right now who gets
Yeah.
everything he wants.
Yeah.
TV, 3 meals a day, health care, everything.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's the man that killed 10 people, if not more.
And 2 of them children.
Yeah.
Yeah, he that was from 2013, so it's been about 8 years almost at this point. Oh wow, February 5th, 2013 is when this was, so almost 8 years to the day. I know we have a couple
He
weeks to
still
go,
looks
but
just as evil as the day he
so,
was
I
arrested.
don't know what he looks like now. I mean, there's not a more updated picture of him, but that's from the Kansas Department of Corrections website.
Yeah.
I also did hear, it's been a couple months ago, maybe September, October of 2020, that the Clutter House was for sale. I don't know how true that was.
So a couple times.
It is actually has new owners now.
Did somebody actually buy it?
Yeah. I was in contact with
Yeah.
someone who was wanting to help us get into it.
Right, I saw that.
Yeah. She said that she ran into a snafu where the new owners actually doesn't want anything to do with.
Well, the previous owners didn't. They let one people come in there and do film crew. I had a friend whose one of her friends' grandmother owned the house, and all these years afterwards. And I was trying to get us in there years ago, and couldn't get us in. They don't want it. They don't want the attention. But I heard there's rumors that the oldest daughter, the one that was killed, I should know her name, but I don't remember off the top of my head. Bonnie, I think her name was Bonnie Clutter.
Mm-hmm.
She was, is that right? No, that's not right. But anyways, she was supposedly still seen walking the hallways, but nobody's ever gonna know because they won't let anybody in there.
Yeah.
So, and you can't even get close to the property. It's on a farm, long stretch of road, and they won't let anybody.
I thought one of the
there.
owners, maybe it was the previous ones or the one, they had lived there for many years and they would let bring people in to tour
Yeah.
the house.
I don't remember what her name was. God dang it. I don't remember her name.
I think Bonnie was maybe the mom or
That's what I was
was it the
thinking.
daughter
Bonnie was
that
the
died?
mom.
Bonnie, I think that's
Nancy.
the daughter.
Nancy is the daughter. Yeah, that's the one
Okay.
they see. Yeah, Bonnie was the mom. I was right. It's Herbert and Bonnie were mom and dad, and then Nancy and Kenyon.
I've actually been on the property. So.
I've been by it because I've been to their graves in Garden City because they're buried in Garden City, even though the place happened in Holcomb. Because when that all went down, my grandparents, they lived in Garden City at the time. My grandpa went to the trial every day and sit there and because it was the big thing to do, go watch and see what happens.
Yeah,
And they
back
tried
then.
Perry Smith and what's their guy's name? Oh crap, Richard Hickok.
Yeah, Richard Hickok and Paris.
Yeah, and you saw all the people who were there, like the famous people, like even what's his name?
Truman
There you go,
Capote.
Truman
Yeah,
Capote. He was
Capote.
there. Weird guy, but yeah, whatever.
Well, became fascinated by Perry Smith.
Mm-hmm.
The crazy thing is about the movie.
In Cold Blood.
Yeah, have you seen the black and white movie?
It's kind of dry, but I've watched it. Yeah.
Yeah, they filmed it on location.
Yeah.
In the actual house. They the actors themselves looked almost identical to the actual killers.
Mm-hmm. One of them was, what's his name? Oh God, dang it.
The guy who
Robert
played
Blake.
Robert Blake, who ended up playing Perry Smith, ends up
killing
going on trial himself for killing his wife.
Right.
Which is just crazy.
Played the character, and then it went into his head.
Man, but the movie itself really, to me, so I watched it. After Leo, you talked to me about the book and the movie and all that stuff, and then how you were interested in that case and the possibility of one day maybe going out there to the house.
Right.
So I sat there. All I could find it was on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I watched it in segments.
Oh God.
I know it was bad, but I watched it. I watched it on my computer, and the moment where Perry Smith decides, fuck it, I'm going to take care of it.
Right.
So he shoots the dad, runs over, shoots the son.
Right.
Then he runs upstairs, and the whole time the camera keeps going to back to the daughter.
Mm-hmm.
She's tied up in her bed, and she's hearing the first gunshot, the second gunshot. Hear the footsteps running up the stairs. Goes to the mom's bedroom, shoots her, and then just knowing as the footsteps come closer to your bedroom, you're going to be shot.
Right.
And he does. He opens up the door, walks right in.
Right.
It's horrifying.
Yeah.
It's horrifying.
Sure. Yep.
And the fact how the director in the movie play that out, because they're going based on what Perry Smith said.
Right.
That's exactly how he did it.
Yep.
And to me, it was like, oh God, I was just shell shocked by it.
Yeah.
It was horrifying. And then on our way back from Colorado, my parents and I was like, so we were coming through that area, and I was like, let's go to Holcomb. I was like, that's where In Cold Blood. My mom's like, okay, yeah, let's do it. So we're following the street, and you're going down the road, and it really does represent the movie and everything. 'Cause I'm looking at the trees and everything like that, not realizing that at the end of it, where there is a gate, but it was open, you go right onto the property. And I look over, and I'm like, oh shit, we're on the property. There's the house. And these two German shepherds beeline right toward the car, and I'm like, turn around.
Yeah, because it's just a long straight road that goes up to their actual farmhouse.
Yeah.
Back a little
I
bit.
saw the house. I saw,
There's a standing shack that used to be, I think, the caretaker.
I saw that too.
Yeah, it's kind of starting to fall down, but it's still there. Yeah.
That's where the kind of like caretakers, the handyman, kind of lived, who was on the property the night it happened. He didn't hear a single thing. Because it was cold, windy, and he was just kind of there's a barrier of trees and the silo and all that there. He didn't hear a single thing.
Yeah.
And they didn't know he was him and his family, I think.
I can't remember if
were in that little tiny house. So they could have been killed too.
Right. Oh yeah.
Had they even come out.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I tried to. Almost had us in there because I think they were contemplating letting us in, but then it never materialized because.
That would have been a neat house to at least look into.
Yeah. And then I feel guilty about being there. But then, like I told you guys before, how many places do we go where things happen that's the same thing?
Yeah.
It's just, I think it's a little bit more personal here because it's close, it's in Kansas. Plus, like Renee had put on the post here, yes, that's how I seen the graves because my grandparents, my grandma would take flowers every Memorial Day out to her grave, or the family's grave, and put it out there. That's how I got to see where they live. At the time when I was just real little, I had no idea what the hell it was. I'm like, what is this? I was probably like 6, 7, or 8 maybe. And then as I got a little older, I found out what it was. I'm like, oh, wow. This is a famous book, story, whatever, a murder that's known nationwide. So it's crazy. I didn't mean to go on a serial killer kick here tonight, but holy crap.
That's all right.
I've just been watching a lot of weird shit lately, and it's just like,
Renee says, who's to say that the house didn't influence him to kill his wife?
I don't know if does she mean... Was it
Never thought
Butterhouse?
about that.
I was confused by that too. I
What the
saw that.
actor that
Oh,
played?
Oh, well, I think
Robert
Robert
Blake.
Blake was just kind of messed up to begin
he's a
with.
weird guy. Anyways,
Yeah.
he's been in a lot of. I mean, some of the movies he's been in, he's just. I don't know. I don't know how much of it was acting and how much was real because he's an odd dude.
Yeah.
Speaking
Wasn't
of,
he the one that played a priest that also like did revenge on people?
it was in. Oh God,
I
Lost,
forgot what
Lost
that-
Highway.
I
what it's
forgot
called?
what it was.
I think it's called Lost
It's
Highway.
kind of cheesy, but
Yeah, I can't remember what it was.
played a priest that like pulls out guns and goes after people.
Damn, I just put him up. Where'd he go?
What show was that?
I want to say it's
Oh.
Lost Highway.
That was like from the 70s or whatever.
Yeah,
so-
no. Well, that show reminds me of the.
Was that your childhood?
No, well, yeah, that too. Yes.
Okay.
No, I remember this old freaking like a Lincoln suicide door. Guy popped open a trunk, had like 500 rabbits in there, and he started shooting with a shotgun.
What are you talking about?
That was a weird show. I can't remember what it was.
I don't know anything about
Yeah, I know.
that.
It's like Lost Highway.
Rocky
Yeah.
Rabbit?
No, this guy was shooting with a shotgun.
Oh, I'm gonna think of something else. Oh, speaking of another weird,
Oh yeah, weird.
famous guy that killed his wife or whatever. I saw Phil Spector died. You even know who Phil Spector is?
Oh, yeah.
The producer,
Killed his wife.
killed the actress Lana. What's her
Was
name?
it wife?
I thought it was just a
Girlfriend.
girlfriend, but he died Saturday.
Yeah, he was in
Wow.
the news for a long time, Phil Spector.
Yeah, he's a weird looking dude.
And he died?
He died Saturday night at 81, I think it was.
Hmm.
Wow.
But he killed Lana Turner, is that her name? No, was it? I'm trying to find everything. I don't know why I'm bringing all this weird shit up, but oh well. Damn it, where the hell is it? I just had it. But he's known for producing a lot of famous
Was it music?
songs. Music, yeah, he's a producer.
Yeah.
Lana Clarkson, that was her name.
Yeah. Because he was convicted of that. Wasn't he?
Yeah. Which was weird because it said they supposedly Spector shot the actress Lana Clarkson in the mouth at his mansion.
Oh.
Her body was found slumped in a chair with a single gunshot wound. So Spector claims it was an accidental suicide,
Hmm.
and that she kissed the gun.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds stupid.
I don't
Yeah.
know. The guy's a freaking lunatic. But this is what it looked like one of his pictures in prison. One of his mug shots. Not him. That's Dennis Rader on screen. Hang on one second.
I'll say, hey, we already seen. Oh,
You guys can't see it. The people at home can't see it quite yet.
oh, good. I don't.
All
see
right, that's
nothing.
Phil Spector.
I remember that dude.
Yeah, he's a
Looks
freaking
like a
lunatic.
toilet plunger.
Toilet plunger.
Wow.
It's been a weird year, weird weekend of. Maybe it's just me.
Well, you
being
know
weird.
what? Some of these scumbags just need to go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all right.
Ray said he's freaky looking. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, they're all weird. They're all weird.
Kind of looks like that character that if you're supposed to see it, it kills you. It kills a kid. I don't know. That weird face creature. I don't know. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, Alwaki or some weird name.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. What the hell's that thing? God dang it. I gotta find that because that's stupid and creepy.
Yeah,
What's it
he
called?
looks like her.
Oh, God. I forgot all about that. That's funny. Oh, dang it. Oh, what the hell's it called?
The Ewoks?
No, Awaki or it was a weird.
Okay.
You see it on your
You've
phone.
seen, you
and
probably, it was, hopefully. If I
you
can
die if you see it.
find the
Apparently,
name.
looks like that, dude. Just saying.
It was a big thing in the last couple of years.
Yeah,
There
about
it
a
is.
year and a
I
half
just
ago.
found
You did?
it. Yeah, hang on.
Figures.
Why?
Well, no.
He'll
Oh.
find it. Don't worry. He'll
Yeah,
find it.
Momo! That's called the Momo Challenge.
Momo.
I was like, what the hell is it called?
I knew it was a weird name.
Momo?
Yeah, here it is.
That's
Yeah.
also the name that. Oh shit.
You're not supposed to
Jason.
look at her eyes.
Yeah, that's what it was. Momo. The Momo Challenge. That's the thing. It's
Kind of looks like him, don't it?
Yeah,
Looks
kind
like
of.
who? Phil
Except
Spector?
for not.
Kind of looks like a cartoon version of Phil Spector.
I can't remember what it's called.
So what the hell is this about?
Well, if you get a text message or a messenger message of this thing's talking to you, and if you see it, you're going to die.
It's fake, but
Yeah, it's fake.
still, just the imaging of that alone is just weird. Can't get anything to pull up.
See, that's worse than an alien.
Yeah.
You know, I think a gray is like even better to look at than that shit.
Yeah.
So have we ever seen a real true alien though?
Well, no. No.
Just what we think are aliens. Yeah.
No, I was talking to Jason last night about some of that stuff
Yeah.
too and everything. He didn't get to go on his Colorado
Yeah, I
trip
know because the storm had happened.
yeah,
It snowed real bad out there. I remember. I asked him because I was thinking about that. So I
it
wonder,
sucks.
I wonder if they went. And I asked,
Yeah.
reached out to him. He's like, "No, let's do the weather." We were. It said they were like about 2 hours away from driving out there, and then they thought better about driving.
Yeah.
So yeah, it sucks. But in due time, we got time hopefully to do
Yeah.
all this stuff we want to do.
I would love to go do that. I would love
would
to go
too.
out to where Sarah Paranormal would, was talking about that lake.
Sorry, who?
What? Paranormal Sarah. Sorry.
He just likes
I reverse that. Sorry
Paranormal Sarah. Sarah
if she ever
Sullivan.
watches this episode. I'm very sorry.
I'm surprised she's not on here. Yep. But yeah, we need to get her back on the show too. She's always fun to talk. She's busy doing her own thing right now. She's always,
I see her online all the time.
She's
yeah.
always she's been more active than ever. She does a Patreon also too, and all kinds of stuff. But I need to get her back on. That was a great episode.
She's like always
That
like
knowledge, man.
got so much going on and
Yeah.
talking about. But yeah, that lake I'm still gonna try and talk to
What's it
her.
called?
I don't know.
You remember look it up again?
No.
Dang it. It starts with an M. Remember?
No, I thought it started with an L. I thought it was like locust or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just message her and ask her.
Hang on.
You can just go back and watch the episode.
I could do that too. But
Or Messenger.
I don't like
That'd be
listening
more
to my
fun.
own voice, so I don't go
Yeah.
back and I listen to anything. So.
I know, I sound weird on there. That's weird.
Yeah.
It's not
I
Lake
hate my voice
Michigan.
at
Any-
all, or
Any video I ever do or anything, I don't watch it because I don't like my voice. So
Yeah.
I don't
was
do
it
it.
like Michigan?
No, it was in
No.
Washington.
No, it was up in, was it Oregon or
I remember if it was
Washington?
Oregon or Washington.
Yeah,
We
see.
just talked about
Yeah, I
it last
thought
week.
she said
Okay,
Oregon.
so let's see here.
Damn it, what the hell is it
It's
called?
by the camp, the old camp, and I can't.
We're a bunch of freaking.
Um,
God dang it! What the hell is it? How did I find it so easy last time and now I can't find jack stuff? Lake Michigan. Renee, that's not Lake Michigan. That's the wrong part of town. What the frig is it called?
Like Logan or Lucas or something?
I don't know. It's not Trout Lake. It's that's another place that's a hot spot though.
It's not Lake
Damn it.
Washington. It's Washington. It's
Renee says Lake
up by
Washington.
the old Boy Scout camp. They just did a hike up here this last winter.
Who's they?
I watched it on one of the paranormal shows. I can't remember
Oh.
what it was. They did snowshoes and everything. They were trying to go up there. Bigfoot. Oh, shoot. Finding Bigfoot?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I started watching. Was it Finding Bigfoot or the Bigfoot Expedition?
Spirit Lake?
Bigfoot Expedition.
No, it's not Spirit Lake.
No.
Dang, Mineral Lake.
Mineral Lake, that's
God
it.
dang it! I knew it was something
is
easy.
it called Mineral Lake?
Uh huh.
What state?
Washington.
Washington.
See,
So by the
we're
old-
going up there hopefully this November. Washington
When you
and
say
Oregon.
we, you mean you and Corey, not
Yes.
all of us.
No.
Well,
We're gonna tag along.
No.
But Mineral
If you
Lake.
happen to be there when I get there, it's
Just saying. No, that's the
Well,
place that
we're already
has.
plotting.
What'd you say? You're plotting already?
We're already plotting,
Yeah.
right?
No, that's the one that had some significant UFO sightings that
yeah.
Sarah Soderlund was talking about on her show that she wants to go. That's when she's talking about the what'd you say, the honey
I need
sugar, not a sugar daddy, but a sugar what the hell she call it?
yeah, something like that.
I can't remember what it is now. I'm losing my damn mind. But yeah, she said she wants to go up there and
Investigate and all
Yes.
that.
there
Well,
it should be fun.
because there's sightings of UFOs and Bigfoot up there.
Right.
Yeah, that's right up there where.
It's good Bigfoot's an alien.
Kinda-
It goes through portals.
Yes.
I'm just kidding, right?
Hey, it's
never
getting
know.
more popular now.
And
I think it is.
Hey,
I don't-
if I see a Bigfoot getting beamed up like Star Trek going to a, I will
By Heaven's Gate.
I will go with that.
Is it Haley Bob?
You ain't coming back after that.
Hopefully I can film it and be like, we're going. But no.
No, I started watching season 2 of Expedition Bigfoot. Is that what it's called? Bigfoot Expedition.
Yeah.
Expedition Bigfoot,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good
so
show.
far.
Yeah.
The first season 1 was awesome. They caught things on hot spots or things on thermal that look like could be
Yeah.
some weird noises and stuff that probably could be. I mean,
Well,
it's-
that's one where they had that. She had the amplifier shooting out.
Which is freaking cool. I want that
yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
It's some kind of thing that can spit out, and it's loud. It can spit out all kinds of different animal sounds.
But it's not really loud where you're at. It's just like
Yeah, and
Shoots
she
out
was
from
getting call and
miles.
response with this thing that sounded like freaking Bigfoot. If it wasn't fed into the show, but she's out in the middle of the forest, so I don't know. It's pretty awesome, and she's a very scientific. I can't remember what she does, but
Yeah.
she's a scientist or whatever. And she's not going to just
As long as they're
do it.
doing stuff like that and not out to shoot it and kill it.
No,
Yeah.
that's not Mount Monsters. What's the show that does that?
no. They only had one person on there that was actually a tracker hunter, but he was actually there for the sport of it. To find Bigfoot. Wasn't, and he wasn't even carrying a gun. He
That's fine, as
Here's
long as
the
you're
wild
just out
guy.
to search.
we have this guy. He actually goes deep into the place to check out the land, and he went in there and he was in a tent. And on the first episode or the first season, he goes out there and he thought he was on the trail where Bigfoot is going up into the upper regions of the mountain, and he swore that night, well, Bigfoot was there because his tent was shaking, and he thought Bigfoot was getting ready to take him out.
Well, for
Yeah.
camera and your tent's shaking and stuff, I'm pretty sure that's a cameraman doing it.
Well, yeah, probably was.
That's the show. Bigfoot is real is the ones that a bunch of hunters are they're going to kill one if they can find it. Because people are frightened of it, showing up on their properties and stuff like that. They call them out and want them to track this thing down and get rid of it. So,
So do deer, wolves.
yeah, but these guys are
mountain
hunters. Yeah,
lions.
and some of them are ex-cops
Has it
and
done
stuff.
anything to hurt anybody? Has it done anything to
I don't know.
It's just because it's there and it scares people,
But they
so
won't
let's
ever
shoot
kill it.
it.
They won't kill it. Yeah. But no, that was
It aggravates me when people are acting like that.
all right.
Let's kill first. Ask questions later.
Because but I don't know. There's some evidence they put on the show that if it's not staged, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They see some big ass footprints. They saw one where they found fingerprints where this hand was out, and they did a cast of it, and they had one where it's dragging this thing, kind of like we saw in Tahlequah, running his fingers through the grass. This was on by a creek bed, like it was
Yeah.
just digging for worms or something in there or whatever, and there's these big old long streaks.
You think they actually caught it?
Like the evidence?
Yeah.
I don't know. That I don't know.
Is that hunting Bigfoot?
It's called Bigfoot is Real.
Bigfoot is real, so
It's on
let's kill
Discovery.
it.
It's on Discovery.
Let's kill it. Okay.
Well, it's probably
That's
on
just the
Discovery
animal.
Plus now.
It is.
No.
That's why I found it. I just pulled it up. So,
Jeez.
I just can't. I can't. Yeah.
but I mean, there's people that supposedly have killed it, even though they're not supposed to because it's protected in Washington and a couple other states.
They say they've killed it, but they have no evidence of it.
Well, there's that one had the leg in the cooler, which I don't know if I buy into that.
And where is it?
I don't even
And
know
has
who
it
that
been
dude was.
tested?
That guy's a lunatic. The one that did it. He's hated in all the Bigfooting communities. I can't remember his name.
Dyer.
What'd you say his name was?
Last name Dyer.
I can't remember his name though.
Rick Dyer. or
Yes.
something like that?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a psychopath.
Yeah. I think
And
it was him.
he's
that
the
did it.
one who, him and his buddy, got that other Bigfoot
Yeah.
hunter who fakes a lot of stuff too. They did that whole presentation many years ago. That they had a Bigfoot in a freezer. They were about ready to do. They had a press conference. The world was like, seriously, because he shot it, killed it, and put it in the freezer.
Big freezer.
He said that he was like in his tent. He peeked out, and he saw a Bigfoot like off in the brush, kind of watching him. So he was able to sneak out of his tent, run around into the bushes, come up behind it, and shoot it. And then he had it in the freezer. Come to find out, it was just a costume that was frozen inside the. Yeah, it was completely fake. He's a complete liar, Rick Dyer. I don't care.
Him, though.
I don't care who, you know. Rick Dyer's a liar. He's a scam artist, and he gives everything a bad name when it comes to Bigfoot and the research and everything like that. He just needs to go away. Somebody needs. I shouldn't say it, but
feed him to Bigfoot.
Feeding to Bigfoot, yes.
I can't remember which episode, what show it was that had it on there.
Because even Brendan even told me, he's like, watch what you say about him. Because he's a psychopath.
Yeah.
What state you live in?
I don't care. He's an asshole who just needs to go away.
Let's go find him. I'm going to find out where he lives.
Yeah. Rick Dyer. Dyer.
Yep. I can't remember. There's another show that had, I don't think, maybe it wasn't Rick Dyer, it was somebody, and they had
Well,
a
he's part of the whole evil conspiracy stuff.
Yeah. I can't find.
Who fakes everything they do.
I don't see it now. Oh, no, that's not the right one. I saw the show I'm talking about was on Netflix a long time ago. That had this, and they pull it out in this show. It's brown. You can't tell what it is. I mean, it could have been anything. It could have been a barefoot for all. Well, it wasn't a barefoot. I don't know what it could have been, but it's real grainy because it's from a long time ago. The footage is from a old camcorder.
Yeah, well, unless they've done DNA tests and they've announced
Right.
it, then apparently it was nothing.
Yeah, I don't even know, but I don't remember the whole story behind it. That was, if they did anything on it and couldn't figure it out, it was inconclusive, or I can't remember. It's been so many years ago I've seen that. Probably like 5 or 6 at this point, but I couldn't even find the video on it. That's how old it is, but
Texas.
I don't know. Do what?
He lives in Texas.
That's
right. Yeah, I knew it was close. I was thinking Oklahoma, but that didn't sound right. Yeah. No. Wow. Okay.
We got 4 minutes.
What?
Yep. Just a quick note, people. What?
We only got 4 minutes.
Oh, that you're going to say something. You were like,
No, go ahead.
Next Sunday, we will not have a show on actual Sunday. We may do another day if we can arrange it, but if not, we won't have a show next Sunday because this upcoming Sunday, which happens to be I should know this, but I don't know, the 24th, yeah. Because Jason's a big Packers fan, Dan and myself, and even Andy is a Chiefs fan, so we're going to watch the Chiefs play in the AFC Championship game, and the Packers are going to play in the NFC right before that.
Yeah.
Prayers for Mahomes, number 15.
Which means 2 weeks from after that, the Super Bowl, we won't have a show that night either. Possibly. We'll see.
Yeah.
So, probably not, but we may do it a different night if we can arrange it. If not, we'll figure out something. So,
yeah.
But, I don't know.
Yeah,
Hey,
we'll figure it out.
Yep. But, yeah, what a fun. The guys, like I said, and gals, had fun last night in Wamigo. If you missed that part of the show, that was earlier on. Played some evidence that happened that night, last night from there. There's still more to come over. Jason has cameras we haven't even gone over yet.
Yeah.
I need to watch what I played from Coop 6
that audio,
experiment.
Your recorder that was up on the stage the entire night.
Yeah, I got that, and I also have the IR camera that I ran down the basement,
Yes.
so I'll have to check it out too.
And I'll go through mine from the basement and see if we caught what we caught.
Yeah, you never know.
We got
So-
hours.
Got some
and
fun
hours.
things.
Yep. Fun things last night or fun things coming up?
Coming up.
No,
Oh, other than you
from
never
last
finished.
night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, for hopefully things in Wamigo, hopefully later things in Dodge and
Yeah.
Death City and all that stuff. But we're it's week to week basis and month to month, so
Right.
Yeah.
we'll see how everything goes.
Yep. Just play it by ear. So, that's a lot to talk about, but hey, it was fun. Yeah. I don't know what else. That's all I
That's
got.
it.
So we'll keep you guys posted about what we're gonna do about the upcoming week's episodes. If we do one, like I said, or if we do something special, you never know. So we'll keep you guys. We'll just follow our pages and we'll let you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, this has been Cryptic Heartland. We got about a minute left. I'm just gonna go ahead and call it a night. So.
So yeah, I'm ready to go to
Thank
bed.
Thank you.
I'm too. I'm tired.
Peace out. Have a good night.
Yep. But this has been
See ya.
Cryptic Heartland, episode 131, talking about Wamigo. Good Lord.
Wamigo.
That's how tired we are. Take 2. This has been Cryptic Heartland, episode 131, talking about Wamigo investigation
And
last
serial
night at the
killers.
Columbian Theater. Plus, we went on a little tangent about the World's Fair and serial killers and Bigfoot. So, but
We were
yeah,
everywhere
so,
tonight.
yeah, it's just a free for all. So,
All right.
but no, thank you guys for tuning in, the viewers. And for Cryptic Heartland, I'm Leo. That's Jason, Andy, and Dan the Man. We'll see you
See
guys
ya.
next time.
Peace out, guys.